Very important. Also, if you guys are in the guild and you're in-game, tell people that we are live right now. Let them know that we're live. Comeback Kids Wednesday night show is up. It's running. Max, if you can, help us out. Hype it up. Go in there. Be like, yo, they're live. Get in there. They're trying to, do some good shit. I don't know. So, if you guys can, help us out. We would really, really, really appreciate it. Reno, what's going on, baby? Broform, what's going on? Let me get the pop-out chat going so Lance can see fucking something.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see that.
Okay, let's get this going here. Boom. Plus 10 rook and y'all not there. Okay, no. You and your freaking mythic plus. You're addicted now, huh? Okay, so, by the way, also, if you guys want to support the channel before we move forward, you could check out the Twitch as well. Hit us with a follow. Get the dual monitors up. Get 2 views at once. I know I'm asking for a lot, but it helps the channel when we're trying to keep this thing pushing, keep the channel growing, keep the show thriving, striving.
Oh, yeah.
And what else arriving? And arriving, thriving, striving to keep us arriving. I like that one. Book it. Clip
Thriving,
it,
striving to keep us
jiving. Jab turkey.
First shift down, 13 more to go. Reno's on his 2 weeks on. Reno just started his 2 weeks on.
Reno is packed. I'll see you next patch, buddy.
Reno, we'll see you in 11.1.7.
You had a good run, Reno. You had a good run. But listen, guys, we have a lot going on today. I promise. It's absolutely a slam show. Dude, we have... By the way, the form freakouts are crazy this week. We have a really good hot take debate that everyone's going to tag along on, okay? We got a really big video to react to, a couple of important announcements, and just a lot going on, man. How's the music, by the way? Is it loud enough? Is it too loud? Can you guys let me know? How is it? How is it? Anyways, Reno, Baka, Broform, Chain, Quentin, Deathchill, Jason. How's everyone's week so far, dude? For the Casual Dad, what's up, baby? How we doing? Drunk Dude, what's going on? Trojan, how we doing? How we doing? We're gonna just chill out for a second before we continue.
Yeah, give it a little bit to breathe before we get into the segments, right? It's a big show tonight.
Yeah, no, we got
Blizzard dropped a 40-minute WoWcast hosted by Max and my favorite WoW player in the world, Dr. Atnos. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Honestly, Blizz Killy is going to make DPS go up for sure. Yeah, no. It's such a big discussion.
There's going to be some people in this guild who are, if they're going to raid with me, are going to be required to use the one-button version of that, okay? Make that very clear.
I might be wrong. I might have saw something that said, though, it's not allowed to be used in raids or something.
No.
I don't know. I think I saw something.
We didn't watch the video yet, guys, so don't spoil it all.
I didn't see it or read anything. But while I was scrolling through Wowhead real quick, just to make sure I didn't miss anything last second, I think I read something like that. Could be wrong. Could be an idiot. Wayside, what's going on, baby? How we doing? If you guys are here, let's get some ones in the chat. We're getting ready to start any second now. I mean, I guess we could just dive right into it, right?
Let's start getting into it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the weekly cooldown. You guys know how it is. All right, it's time for the weekly cooldown. Your full recap of everything that went down in World of Warcraft this week, from blue posts and patch notes to clash changes, leaks, and more. We're breaking it all down for you right now, whether you missed a day or the whole week. Click that Hearthstone and get ready, because this is your reset. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the freaking intro, man. We got a lot to dive into right now. A couple of big tidbits, and also we got a really big interview to break down, react to, go through together as a team. This is the weekly cooldown. Lance, first one up. I know this is a pretty damn big one for you. Can I cut that off? Nice, I can. Samsonite, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Trojan, Thomas, smoke some extra sticky doom weed for the boys tonight.
Doom you smoke weed on that doom weed real nice.
Insane, diabolical. Lance, as it says here, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you so you can see from all the way downtown. Legacy achievements are now going to grant player housing rewards, as in like decorations and stuff, moving forward. Can you read this or no?
Yeah, well, they made a post last week going over how you'd be able to get some of the furniture pieces and rewards for player housing. Mm-hmm. And they let us know it's going to come from a wide variety of things. With legacy achievements being one of them, all non-gathering professions, housing, solo questing. There's so many different ways, but it's very interesting.
No, it is. By the way, Chris, I'm not sure if you were the outlaw I was talking to in the comments. The answer is yes. I would love to hop on my warlock. I don't know, maybe get you in the guild, message me in Discord. I'd love to link up with you and see what you're about when it comes to Outlaw Rogue. I'm dying to see it. You guys hear about the one-button priority button? Yeah, we're going to see what's going on with that a little. Warku, what's going on, stud? How we doing? House still burning, or are we good? We alive there? That's it. I'll send you a friend request. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as it says here, legacy achievements, which, I mean, we could all go get back in the day. Housing specific objectives, solo questing, auction house stuff, dungeons and raids are different ways you can get different player housing decorations confirmed as of right now. There could be other ways down the line. But very interesting stuff. Similar to a housing pillar of long-lasting journey, players should expect the collection of decor to be just that, a journey. Yep. The collection of perfect room and house is something to strive towards, not to run to a vendor and complete it and then, you know, be all good to go. You can't just pay gold for some shit like this. You got to earn it in a way. You got to craft it in a way. You got to earn it through a variety of things. It's not just one and done, you know? There's a different core gameplay loop with some slight variations. Oh, yeah. Reward decor through a wide variety of gameplay. We don't want it to become, you know, just coming from one specific, you know, avenue, which is, I think, great. Obviously, that's, I mean, the thing is like, it's obvious, but like, thank God they're doing it.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna, I think it's gonna open up more of the game, right? It's gonna make people go back to old raids and old dungeons. It's gonna make them go to a bunch of different things to...
What?
No, nothing.
You alright? Warku, by the way, yeah, dude, if you're coming back, this guild is slamming right now. We have like 40, 50, 60 people on every night hanging out in Discord. So you want to come on down, you're more than welcome, bro. I wod love to freaking hang out with you and goof off again like we did back in the day. The one-button wonder, yeah, we're going to get into that, guys, I promise. But like they show here in the, what is this, the Seat of Triumvirate?
Yep, the Seat of Triumvirate.
Yeah, I never ran that. I'm going to be honest, I never ran that one. It shows that there is decor in even older dungeons that we haven't run. So it would even be kind of cool as like a guild challenge to like level up together, slow your XP at certain points, maybe try to progress through content and like do some fun stuff, maybe do old raids.
Like a Project 30?
Sure, like, you know, progress together, get some decor and stuff and just have fun. I feel like that'd be a cool thing. Goof off and enjoy the game? Exactly, buddy. You don't gotta do no raid leading, no responsibilities. You're just chilling, dude. For the casual dads, it says, they kind of did this with artifact weapon appearances. Different game content unlock different stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that's similar to the idea, right? And I think that's always a great thing. Different avenues to collect things, right?
Yeah, it's also going to make it so, I mean, like, once you have your perfect decorations for your house, it's kind of, the gameplay's kind of done there, right? Like, you set it up and it's cool. You go to it every once in a while.
I mean,
it's got to be those chase pieces, you know?
We know what housing is. Housing is player-driven content. It's not on the nose, you know what I mean? There's so much you can possibly do with it, but you got to be a little bit creative on your own with whether it be your guild, you, yourself, a team, or just a couple of friends, you know, in your own neighborhood. Yep. There's endless content, but it's not on the nose. It's just how you make it, and which is good. And there's a word for that. You've told me that before. I just forgot what it was. Like player-driven or... I don't know. I love when Blizzard claims there will be so many things in the player base learns how to sum it down in minutes to... Yeah, that sounds about right. Another thing, the Stormwind Quartermaster, so it looks like there's going to be older reputations. Of course, another way to get, you know, housing
furniture.
Decorations.
Yeah,
and furniture. For example, the Stormwind, what does that say?
That's the Stormwind Quartermaster.
The rug. It's a rug you put across your floor. So just little things like that is always something you want to grind for if you're looking for a certain piece, right?
Guys, work on your reputations for your favorite expansions.
Yikes.
Come on.
Yikes.
I just finished actually last night getting all my reputations maxed for the War Within.
That's insane. They're definitely gonna have some stuff there, but like they confirmed here, the content is, I think they said retroactive, meaning where if you did it back in the day, it's gonna count right when it logs
achievements,
in. So you're gonna be able to earn everything instantly based on what you've done. So for example, the Ani head, maybe if you did that back in the day during a specific time period when it wasn't, you know, getting one-shotted nowadays.
It might just be having the kill.
Yeah, maybe. I think they added stuff like that more in retail, so I guess maybe you're right. But yeah, no, very, very interesting stuff, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think this housing stuff has insane potential. One thing that we were always talking about with our interview with them back in the day, a few months ago, we asked them if, hey, do you think maybe housing could be tied to professions? So that's something that could happen. They didn't want to really tell us, but as you can see here, it is. It
Not
really
only
is.
that, if you look at they say you're going to be able to create them with the crafting professions. They didn't say anything about gathering, but there's a lumber there.
A lumber?
Look at lumber is one of the...
Ironwood lumber, wow.
Yeah, it's one of the reagents.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Guys, do you possibly think there's going to be a new profession coming that is lumbering? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of jam-packed news in the episode. This is just the early things to make sure everyone's still here before we keep it moving. If you guys are interested, we do have the Twitch. If you guys want to get a second, I guess, view to support the channel for absolutely free, maybe if one of my mods or somebody can pin it in the chat, you could go to the Twitch, get it on a second monitor. It would really help. I only care about views. I don't give a shit about dollars. Get the views up for the freaking show, man. I would love that. Thank you, guys. But yeah, not only that, though, Lance, like you said, the lumber thing is very interesting.
Yeah.
But this is from older content. Iron Bar is classic.
Yeah, it says what is that, classic?
It says house decor, and it's Brill coffin. Brill coffin lid. And there's also some interesting stuff. This might not be a part of it, but it says research. I don't know. That might just be for just pure alchemy. Yeah, inscription, whatever. All I want is portals, craft tables, and city. Wow. Could you imagine if you're able to get like portals and crafting tables? Flip that shit.
I think they're gonna try to. I think they're gonna try to keep anything that's like would put power into your house out of it.
Blacksmithing creates decor made primarily of metal. Yep. Enchanting creates magical decor like flooring books or glowing orbs. And jewel crafting creates decor like gems, gem-studded objects, as well as being the designated stoneworking profession. That's very, holy shit, big investments in the jewel crafting coming up.
Jewel crafting is going to make money for housing.
Jewel crafting is going to be big right off the bat.
Enchanting too.
Ladies and gentlemen, do any of you guys run like jewel crafting right now or any sort of profession like inscription right now? Because it seems like all of them are going to get a little bit of a taste, but we all know there's going to be one or two that's going to be the primary for...
Depends, right? Enchanting with the books for your casters, and then, you know, blacksmithing, I'm sure, is going to have some cool stuff. Leatherworking will have bear pelts to put on the wall.
Either way, it's just awesome in general. Decorations are only placeable if you have enough of them based on how many you collected, yada, yada, yada. On the flip side, there's a concept of unique decor that you can only place one time. Yeah, you can't just have a bunch of onyxia heads fucking floating around your house. That makes sense. So, I mean, really cool stuff. More information.
27 Ashbringers on the wall.
Yeah, more information. I mean, Lance, did you think they were this far along with housing?
They keep putting these things out almost monthly, and they keep proving me wrong that they're further along than I thought they were. So, yeah, definitely much further along.
Yeah, no, they're moving right now. They're moving. I'm going to be honest. We saw some stuff maybe 4 or 5 months ago, just slight teases and hints at this stuff.
About the neighborhood.
Yeah, and... it was incredible. So honestly, for them, dude, hats off. Blizzard's doing an amazing job, and I am eagerly awaiting to see what they continue to do. Moving on next, really quick, before we dive into some of the bigger stuff, guys. Nestle Crunch, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Yo, where's my 1-button rotation, even on 0? What's up, stud? How we doing? A couple things from the new rank Renown, by the way. We get our damage buff as well as battle pets, so it is a pretty big week when it comes to the Galagio rewards, so definitely don't forget to do that. But something that I didn't even know was out were these really badass like cosmetic rewards for the Arathi when it comes to these shirts. A lot of potential really cool cosmetics for some stuff for transmog, I guess, based around this patch, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, they're pretty much free. I think they're like 500. Yeah, they're 500 a pop. I bought them all, to be honest with you. So you guys want some free transmog based on the patch? That's definitely the wave, in my opinion. Then we also have the trading post. Speaking of
that, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it should go live, I believe, tomorrow. I think there's only 30 days in April, if I'm not mistaken. Right off the bat, there's 3 mounts, which, by the way, there's actually a lot of collectors complaining right now because they're dropping mounts and a lot of different color variants of them.
You get the Tyvan recolor there with the doggo.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. I'm so buying this guy. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not buying that.
diabolical.
I'm buying that.
On my panda monk, that is hilarious.
I'm all right.
Are you fucking joking? This guy is a freaking badass.
I'll buy him.
I don't know about all that.
I'll buy Frumpe.
And then, you know, your basic cosmetics and stuff like this. The Vigilante mask. It is azure. Does that mean it's... What color is that? Another blue one? I thought they're always fucking blue. What's going on here? I like the orange one. Purple's really nice. A shark hat, I guess. I've seen that hat before. Turtleback. I mean, I'm gonna keep it an absolute buck with you guys. It's mostly a save month. There are a couple weapons here that looked very interesting.
That's a cool fist weapon.
This is a fist weapon variant. It's not bad. I think for like a troll shaman, it would look really cool. I believe that is a back piece or an offhand.
Yeah, it's offhand.
Staff, of course, really cool for a balanced druid, by the way.
You get the red one.
Two-handed sword, really nice for you know, DK. Really like that stuff. And then you got some you know,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Pandaria, Asian inspired, I guess, TMNT.
Yeah, those are TMNT.
Yeah, it's just TMNT. Yeah. So overall, not a bad month. I still think they're holding off the big hitters for you know, some of the bigger stuff for housing and stuff, and they're just gonna whack you all at once. So in my opinion, I would say hold off on some of that trender, you know what I mean, or that tender.
Hold that trender real good.
Yeah. Something else really quick, by the way, if you guys are interested at all in PvP, they better release a hockey mask and
That's
ice
true,
hockey
by the way.
staff. Yeah, that'd be so sick. If any of you guys are also interested in PvP, it's comp stop this week for your battleground, like sort of event of the month. This is insane.
You can't get any more free honor than that.
Yeah, it literally, you go into an Arathi Basin against all AI opponents that you pretty much just one-shot and you'll never die to, and you get like 300, 400, 500, 600 honor a match. Yeah. And the match is like about 5 minutes long, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes long. And man, in about an hour and a half, you could probably get like an entire set of honor gear very, very easily. So if you have any interest in sort of PvPing, now is absolutely the time. I'm already doing it on my Warlock. He said, I'm pretty sure I died to one of them. You're diabolical. Hope the nunchucks look good on monks. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the animations actually look.
Yeah, how did the physics on those?
Like, are they actually just going to be like some stiff, like, drumstick? Where they're just stuck?
They have those morning
Flails.
Stars that look pretty good.
Yeah, I will say I do agree with that. By the way, it is also the 5th Catalyst charge this week, by the way. So that's 5 different pieces of gear at 675 potentially. So I don't want to say it, but if you don't have, like, if you're not near 560 or 660, excuse me, bro, like, we're troll. What are we doing here?
I'm 660, and I swear to God, I don't play the game.
Yeah, like, this is insane. Like, I was telling Lance, like, I started playing my Elemental Shaman again. He was at 616 last night at, like, 12 in the morning. I played a couple, you know, maybe an hour and a half, and then, like, 2-3 hours today. He's at 640, like, 4 now.
Insane.
In a few item levels. 660 item level dads unite. Hell yeah.
I'm with you on that one, buddy.
Hell yeah, dude. By the way, really quick, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the segment, last stream, we had an absolutely record-shattering stream when it comes to Comeback Kids, shirts, and everything. I want to say thank you guys so much. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, get ready to listen to this message. You can also get something out of it. Thank you, guys. Okay, the wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. The first official merch drop from the Comeback Kids is here. We've got 2 classics, our clean and bold Comeback Kids logos, but we also got the real deal. Our very first limited edition exclusive one-time drop, the Retro Goblin Comeback Kids design. And once this shirt is gone, it's gone for good. Don't wait too long because we don't want you missing out. Hit the link in the description below to head on over to the site and grab your merch to rep the Comeback Kids in style today. It's true, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to support the channel, dude, help us out a little bit more. You can get a Comeback Kids shirt. I am going to make a couple right after this stream. So if you want to help reach that goal, potentially, I'll make it live on stream again. Who gives a shit? We'll make it happen. Anyways, the big juice of today's show, Blizzard dropped an absolute bomb. It's over 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes. Do we know where the Comeback Kids name came from? Lance, you want to really quickly go over that?
Yeah, you know, one of our favorite bands that me and Sky listen to a lot is The Midnight, and they have a song, The Comeback Kid. And we kind of I mean, that song really
Some
just
heavy inspiration.
Yeah, heavy. You know, we really love that song and that band, and kind of, you know, the whole synthwave vibe, and then the '80s retro.
And we took it from there.
You know, listen, that's how it started, and then it became just a couple of kids trying to make it in life. You know.
Between the ease of gearing and the one push priority button coming, there's no reason to get sweaty playing anymore. Yeah, no, we're gonna dive into all this soon, and I have some strong opinions, by the way, on a lot of this stuff. But overall, I think a lot of this is better for the health of the game. And let's not sit here and pretend 90% of you jackasses aren't using these add-ons anyway and act like we're better than everyone else. You know what I mean? Let's not sit here and pretend like I've had buddies who come hop on retail, shit talk people, but then I'm looking at their screen that they're sharing me and they're spamming one button on Hakili. Like, come on, let's not sit here and pretend like you guys aren't doing it either. Like, in actuality, they're the worst players out there. So, the Midnight's awesome. I just want to get into WoW this year. When I do, I will join your guild. Yeah, Sniper, if you're interested, bro, hop in the guild. You let us know anytime in that Discord. We're there 24/7. Anyways, let's dive into... No, not you, Dasher, because you're actually good. Time out. You're actually good. I'm talking about other people. Let's dive into this World of Warcraft video.
Dasher, are you using Hakili, man?
Yeah. No, it's not a joke on you at all, dude. It's not a joke on you.
Here's the thing. People have already been using this add-on.
Yeah.
So...
someone in our guild in Season 1 would brag about his DPS and was confirmed Hakili user.
Yeah, a lot of people use it.
Are.
And then there's going to be a bunch of people who don't, and no offense, but they don't know shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to act, and I have not watched this WoWcast, by the way, but they're going to act like Blizzard is trying to dumb the game down. No, they understand that the amount of people who are using it.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, maybe we're underserving some people who don't know about add-ons who probably need it.
Yeah.
So let's help it out. Let's help them out.
Yeah.
Also, never mind. Just play it.
Yeah. Let's just dive into the video. Let's see where it takes us.
Welcome to a special edition of
go
WoWcast,
from
where
there.
we're going to talk about a patch 11.1.7 feature, and
Yeah,
then a broader
Trojan,
discussion
you're
about
right.
add-ons in World of Warcraft in general. I'm Dratnos, World of Warcraft content creator.
Ratnos is insane.
I'm Max. I'm the raid leader of Team Liquid, the WoW Guild, and a content creator as well.
This dude really blew up.
And
Huh?
I'm Ian Hazikostas, game director on WoW, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Very excited to be here.
Yeah.
So what are we doing in 11.1.7?
A whole bunch of fun stuff, but
The
one of the
raid leader of the best
features
guild in the
that
world.
we're extra excited about is a new UI option that we're adding called...
By the way, how's the audio levels? Can you guys let us know that it's good? Hakili, doesn't it just tell you what to press, but it doesn't? No, there's a single button press option for Hakili. My friend has told me 100% confirmed. It's quiet? Okay. I'll up it. Thank you, boy. Can't wait to use it. You're diabolical.
Rotation Assist, which is really designed
Can you pause it,
to
actually?
help players
There's gonna be some people when their DPS is too low in raid where I'm gonna shame them into turning it on.
That's crazy. No, there's a couple people I know in our guild that should absolutely use this.
There's no shame in that.
Exactly. No. It's not a shame thing. It's a shame thing if you brag and you try to shit talk people while you're using it. That pisses me off. That's
Yeah,
not cool. Don't sit here and act like a big shot when in reality,
You're one buttoning it up.
you're one button Andy.
But one of the features that we're extra excited about is a new UI option
I
that
agree,
we're
Neil.
adding called Rotation Assist, which is really designed to help players who are maybe picking up a new spec or want some guidance on what abilities they should be using when without having to turn to third-party add-ons for it. So we've seen that, there's an add-on called Hakili that is very popular with a lot of players. We're basically building in a very similar version of that into the base UI that you can opt
Wow.
into. That will, no matter what DPS spec you're playing, highlight the recommended next ability given your current energy, what's going on around you, and so forth. One extra thing that we're also going to do, which maybe goes a bit beyond what the add-ons can do, is also have a one-button version of that, where there'll be like a keybind that if you just want almost an auto rotation, you can opt into that, and it will just automatically cast the next recommended ability in the sequence. There'll be a small GCD penalty associated with that, but we want to make sure that this is for accessibility purposes, that it's there for people who maybe just honestly aren't.
Okay, there you go.
There's a GCD penalty.
You just solved that problem instantly, right? You're not going to go and take this thing and perform peak at all.
But it will never be peak because there's nuance to rotations.
Every single
right?
fight. When you should pop your ascendants, when you should blow your cooldowns, if you should hold it for 5 more seconds to pair it with another offensive cooldown.
Yeah.
I agree. And already, dude, right off the bat, the main purpose of this is for accessibility because people get intimidated from WoW. They come into WoW, they get intimidated.
There's also people with disabilities. There's people
Absolutely.
with, for so many reasons. Also, for a brand new player, it's like you bring them into even a normal raid. I could imagine it's like, holy shit, like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I remember
I'd
even
freak out.
when we first came back to retail and started playing again, our first couple raids in Nerebar Palace, I was playing and I'm like this, like scrunched up, nervous.
I'm kind of excited. Like, it sounds crazy, but to bring some of my friends into WoW and I can have them use this, or even my girlfriend and have her use it. Because you think a brand new player or, someone who's never played any games in their life knows what the hell is going on? Bro, you just press that one button and you just chill. You enjoy the RP, you enjoy the journey, and you just relax.
It also might help bring classic players into the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we all know their ass.
LFR might work again, everybody in their one button. Hell yeah. Please disable this in Mythic Plus. We're going to see everything about it, but, I mean, overall, this is...
The only people that are going to use it are people who are going to do more damage because of it. Trust me, it's going to be it's going to be people that you pray when they join your Mythic Plus that they have it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is something that's going to hurt the game at all. I think understanding your attacks is part of enjoying the game. Who wants to just smash? Well, you have to understand, there are people who play WoW not to deal good damage anymore. They play WoW for a completely different reason. A lot of people don't care to clear plus 10s, plus 7s, plus 6. People don't even care to clear 2s. Or people don't even do Mythic Plus. They'll literally just have their guild, collect shit, go into a delve, and just chill out. There's, by the way, a vast amount of players do that. A good percentage.
I'm sorry. Anyone who's saying this is like a terrible thing, listen. It's good for the people who need it. And if you're good enough to not need it, that's great. You're not going to use it. It's actually going to help you because there's going to be people who, I don't want to say you're carrying, but, they're going to be less of a carry, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Aren't interested in the gameplay of like mastering their spec. They want to explore Azeroth and experience the story, and the mechanics kind of get in the way of that sometimes. Exactly. This should be for them. Ideally, this is not a tool where someone is like being told by their raid leader to stop trying to DPS manually and just turn on the one button mode to meet some DPS check. That we want to give you the tools to kind of go through that organic progression naturally.
Great.
But the rotation assist doesn't come with a penalty or anything like that. That's just we're going to show you what your next button is.
Exactly.
Right.
It's very similar to the Hakili add-on. It's kind of reflecting, just the latest kind of established theory crafting, and it's something that we would continue to update, with spec changes and class changes over time. Ideally, it all's born out of the idea that we've seen a valuable tool that players feel like they should be looking outside the game to download, and we'd rather just reduce the barriers to that and make it available to everyone.
They're only doing this because they know the amount of downloads that. Do you remember when The War Within came out? How it was at the top of the recommended add-ons?
It's so crazy to me that some people think this is a bad thing. This is nothing. Like, it's the same concept as Weakworth, and this is a 40-minute video talking about shit like this, and they're gonna keep going. Okay, fine, but they should at least shame people. Okay, man. Why? Yeah, but why be shamed? Why? Because people are already using it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People are going to use it either way. Why not use it in-house?
Yes, that's
the purpose.
The only reason they're putting it in-game is they see the amount of people downloading it, and it's like, why make them have to do that?
By the way, don't get me wrong. If I had my choice, I don't love Hakili as an add-on. I don't love this sort of stuff. But it's being made to help people.
Well, it's not for us.
It's not for us, but you have to remember, it's assisting people. It's not a joke. People actually want this sort of thing, and they want to play like this. It's not like trying to be a 99 parser. No, they just feel a lot more comfortable playing a freaking video game like this. Let them play their way, and if they're going to complete it, fine. If they're being optimal, it is what it is. They're doing the best they can. You know what I mean?
There's two parts of it, right? Like the advanced is, I want to really go into this, is the one button thing, but that's not necessarily everyone that's going to use this. Like I think this game, especially new players getting into it, there's a lot going on within a particular class, and you can be a little lost trying to figure out exactly what I should be pressing. So even just using it as like a guide to start learning your class and move off of it eventually, but just having a base understanding of what actually should I be doing at a base level of this.
That's really exactly.
Yo, really quick, by the way, if you guys are in chat and you're playing World of Warcraft right now, can you please let the people in the Comeback Kids Guild know that we are live? Help us out. Shout us out in the guild. Literally, like, I don't want to sit here and beg, but, like, please help us out. Do us a quick favor.
He won't beg. I'll beg, please. For the love of God,
like,
please get him in there.
Let us, our friends know, let the guild mates know that we are live. We're here. Help support the channel. Get it on in the background. Even keep it muted, whatever the case may be. Hook us up with some love. I appreciate it.
And thankfully, our internet is good enough for it to run on Twitch and YouTube tonight.
Holy shit, yeah. Imagine. It is an internet problem. It's insane. As a player since year one, I can see how overwhelming it must be to start this game now.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, absolutely, bro. This is nothing but good for the game right now, from what I've heard.
Exactly the motivation on our end. I mean, especially with warbands and War Within, we see lots and lots more alts, and leveling is pretty quick. You got a bunch of Warbound until equipped gear that you're passing over to a new character, and just jumping into their full rotation. We've never played the spec seriously before. Can be a pretty serious undertaking.
Zero, you know you don't.
And for some people, this may be enough for them, and that's fine too. But we recognize that there's so much. WoW has such a high skill ceiling that just recommending what the next ability isn't going to really remove that or fully solve that. There's still the muscle memory that you need to form, and then all of the nuances of, like, we might have a recommendation for a rotation that makes sense if you're fighting a target dummy, you're fighting patchwork. But when you need to plan around the fact that you're going to have to move in 4 seconds, that's a whole different layer of skill that still rests with players.
Yeah, I know when I'm trying to play a new spec for the first time or haven't played it in years, it often feels like I've got like a 30-minute checklist of, okay, I got to set up my keybinds, got to make sure, oh, this ability's changed since 2 expansions ago, I got to rebind that. And then I got to go and read some guides and figure out how all my new rotation works, and oh, here's how the new set bonus works. So I could see it being really nice to just have this is a way to jump into some content to do with your friends and have it work out nice and easily. One thing
yeah, Neo, we upload this directly on our YouTube live section every single time this stream is over. And we also have a clips channel that we post these clips on. Here is the link for the clips channel, by the way.
By the way, guys, we really need you to start watching over there.
Yeah, we're getting our ass kicked the last few days. Here is the link to the clips channel, by the way, guys. Go give us a quick little subscribe. But yeah, Neo, you go to our YouTube channel, The Comeback Kids, the one you're on now, and then just click the live section and it should pop up. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I was here is crazy.
Jumps out to me is that a lot of the content I'd want to do would be like delves or keys. And in either of those cases, there's a lot of AoE.
Yeah.
Is this going to have are we going to detect whether we're fighting 3 targets, 5 targets, and is it going to cast my Arcane Explosion instead of my Arcane Blast, or is it just always going to be a single target?
It's not just single target. There is, some sense of, how many enemies are within your range, in front of you, etc. And so that will affect the recommendations.
Wow,
Again, the goal is not
optimal.
The goal is not like this is going to, okay, everyone's always going to get perfect parses and so forth going forward. But as a baseline, this should be, it should be useful the same way that many, many people find Hakila useful today. And really, a lot of this building on the foundations of the cooldown manager that just came out in 11.1.5 kind of reflects us hearing people in the community telling us that they feel like they need to seek out these third-party resources just to play the game at a baseline effective level in competitive content. And us asking, is that where we want the game to be in the long term, and what can we do to build in native solutions to many of these problems?
Like the base construct of it, there is this will help you learn what you're supposed to do if you are new. And then there is hey, I don't want to be the best player at this game. That's totally fine. I play it for a different reason. I want to collect things. I want to understand the story. I want to quest. I want to level, right?
Trojan,
and I don't want to feel like I can go into any content. And I just don't
use the 1-button rotation. You guys would already have AOTC.
Don't really know what I'm doing. I feel anxious about that. You have the ability to just be like, okay, well, at least Blizzard's got I can have something at a base level where I can press one button and just kind of hang out and play the game. I have one question.
Fuck this. I'm raid leading. You don't think I'm going to use this? I'm just going to use it every time now. 1 button. Okay, now shift left. Fuck this. Who needs a great rotation? All the resources and memory to be saved from all the add-ons we can get rid of. Oh yeah, Sweat Lord Samsonite, the comeback.
Question about the actual rotational thing. So is that going to like change with talents? So like, let's say, is it going to work off the base talent build, or let's say you select a talent that now moves a AoE button into your single target rotation? Is it going to be smart enough or planned to be smart enough to incorporate a bunch of different potential talent builds?
The goal is that it's aware of your talents, and the logic is conditional based on what you do or don't have talented.
That's insane.
As with, this is going to be something that continues to evolve. We may not have every single possible permutation accounted for in the version that we roll out with, but it should still be very useful in that form to everyone, and we'll just get refined from there. Similar to the cooldown manager that we know is like, that is a first take.
Actually, sorry guys. I just want to make it clear. Last week, Max said he could not raid lead.
You bitch.
The Thursday group, he said he was going to raid lead.
You
because he couldn't miss a stream.
You bitch.
And now he's running a +10. I just want to say it. Hey.
Max, you bitch.
I'm just going to say it.
At this, we have plans to add much more customization, much more functionality to that over time as well.
Okay.
Max,
I think it's a really exciting feature individually. The thing that's most exciting to me is in the broader context of the cooldown manager, of all these other edit mode changes that have come out. There was a time 5 years ago in WoW where if you were just getting into the game, there was an intimidating list of these are the add-ons that you need, and if you're not using these, you're kind of worse, right? Like you're noticeably worse. If you can't track your group members' major.
Jack says, as someone who's had some family start playing the game recently, it was really hard to try and explain how this class worked without overloading him with info. Yeah, I mean, no one would know more about that than.
Yeah. But also, how many friends, like Steven, he's a decent gamer, but bro,
a lot.
Classic Shores, one thing gameplay wise, he was able to get into it. Putting him in a retail raid was a lot. I was too much.
I was asked by one of my friends, I think yesterday, hey, I'm just starting with Affliction Lock. How do I play? I'm like, all right, what type of content? They're like, raid and Mythic Plus. I'm like, okay, I'm here typing out a paragraph on like priority.
Next time, just send him the Icy Veins link, though.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Cooldown, right? Like, you're worse at Mythic Plus than somebody who is, right? And it seems like the goal that has been accomplished with a lot of these things that have been coming into the base UI
is confirmed.
You can use those add-ons if you want, but we now have a native way to the game that you don't have to get an add-on.
That is pretty much exactly our long-term philosophical goal here. Right? Like, add-ons are amazing. The things that the community has done over the last 20 years to allow people to experience different aesthetics.
Gray parsers become green parsers, and that's it.
There's always going to be gray parsers.
Yeah, those are going to be the people who think they're good enough to not need the one-button rotation, and they're still shit.
Yeah, they're dropping in ranks.
Different functionality, have information available at their fingertips. Like, that is a huge part of WoW's success, and we don't question or want to undermine that for a moment. At the same time, like as you said, ideally it is about what do you want? How do you prefer to have things presented to you, and not what do you have to do? What is a group mate or raid leader or whatever telling you must download? Or if you ask people, hey, how can I get better? I'm really struggling at this. The first answer shouldn't be, well, download this add-on, this add-on, and this add-on, otherwise you're doing it wrong. Because that's starting to get into that mandatory place, whether we like it or not. So yeah, I think, longer term, these initiatives kind of fit into part of how we're thinking about the role of add-ons in WoW. As we could probably all agree, today, there is a sense that if you want to really be the best you can, if you want to play competitive content, there are certain add-ons that are required, that are simply going to improve your success over not having them, period. We would like to get away from that being the case. I think I'd love to see a WoW one day
to do that.
Where
you could tell the people if they're doing less than 1 million DPS in Season 2, they need to turn it on. That's it. That's your answer.
I'm like 99% sure Rob is Kiko. Max said this whole thing about liking the stream. Kiko goes, go do your key and leave the stream to the real fans.
Still customize the aesthetic look of your UI. You can have information and quest helpers and all the other things that you might want to have to make your experience a bit more seamless. But that at the end of the day, when you're in competitive content, when you're queuing up for a rated PvP match, when you're going into a high key, when you're trying to get a first kill on a raid boss, there isn't the sense that you are, just holding yourself back if you're not using specific tools. We know that there's a lot of work to do to get to a place where that could be the reality. The first steps really are going to be continuing to build
I agree,
up
mister.
the just right out of the box functionality that World of Warcraft offers to shrink that gap. But at the same time, I think we're aware that at the very end of this process, we probably are going to have to rein in some of the functionality that add-ons currently have to do like real-time in-combat problem solving specifically, where it's like automating coordination, communication in ways that are always going to be better
and happier than he did during like BFA and Shadowlands.
Sick.
Dude, he looked so miserable then.
Malnourished.
Sorry, I keep pausing this shit for these things, but
anything the UI could natively provide you as long as they remain possible.
Yeah, so that moves us into like raid bosses where I don't want to name any names, but there are people who have optimized a little bit of their own fun out of the game sometimes. I don't know where any of them might be sitting. They could be anywhere. They could be in this room with us.
Hey man, I am the like number one. Let's just YOLO this. Let's just do the fight. Let's make it work. And then sometimes it gets to let's try to make something that could be 95% successful, 100 or 99, right? And there's a lot of frustration with the tech involved with that. I would definitely be. I think a lot of the raiding community would be pretty for that. You know, I think a well-designed mechanic that the game giving you enough information to solve this on your own realistically. A lot of the times the community will just use one because it's like what everyone else uses, it gets you in the same place. But if that doesn't exist and the game is giving you that information, it's objectively better, right?
If they had a Blizzard UI for deadly boss mods that's easily customizable and movable, a lot of people would die less to bullshit.
Yeah, well, just even something for that you could put on if you're, say, the raid leader that has...
It's just the timers.
Yeah, just timers.
The timers. Do you think all I do as a raid leader
is call out
every call that's coming? That's all I do. And then, you know, in between, remind people again, hey guys, don't forget during the fight, we're doing this mechanic again. Like that's being a raid leader. It's the guy who has the freaking strongest voice to say the same thing over and over and not get pissed doing it. So like, honestly, I'm happy with the MO. They're going with the add-ons to the UI. Me too. Absolutely drunk. And then we die to dumb mechanics. It's great. Yeah, exactly. It's awesome. I love it. I love being a raid leader.
No, listen. Making the game, and I've been saying this, one, adding more add-ons so that the barrier to entry is easier for people, 100%. I hope they keep doing it every single 0.5 and 0.7 patch. But making the game easier, like...
accessibility, man.
You know,
I don't know how many times.
It would be so much better to tell new players, hey, I'm new, what class should I play? Something besides BM Hunter and Ret Paladin. Yeah, play whatever you think looks cool. And by the way, 9 out of 10 people aren't going to use the one... Okay, maybe not 9. A lot of people aren't going to use the one button for this. They're going to use the one that lights up and you're playing Guitar Hero with your keys.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to do that. I agree.
So, whatever, bro.
I think either way, I do agree, though. Like, I'm kind of over telling people what's the easiest spec. Like, I literally make videos titled The Easiest Specs to Main in the War Within. And guess what?
Those are usually the most popular.
It got 250,000 views. Easiest spec to play, baby. And I'll make it again.
Hit a paddle.
Next X-Pack. I'll be there. Testing in the alpha to let you know what's the easiest button to press now.
The easiest?
Hey guys, don't forget, before you watch this video, there's a 1-button macro in WoW. Use this. Tied with this, you're golden for easy success. You guys get the point though, man.
And even if you are doing it very well, you know, manually, it's always going to be better to do it perfectly in a competitive situation. I mean, having watched, you know, your raid leading, for example, over many, many years over the race to world first, like years ago, you would call much more stuff verbally.
Very
like
true.
Going back to, you know, Legion, BFA era, whereas nowadays it seems like if there is something you're calling repeatedly on attempts, the first thing you're doing is asking if, hey, can we automate this and get me out of the business of talking, which seems like it might be less enjoyable for you as a raid leader.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if we're talking about that, I could talk all day about that. Yeah. No. I mean, I felt like you certainly had more of an impact when you had the ability to, you know, influence the fight more. But the reality is just getting some way to automate it for your players is just better.
Edgar, what's up, baby? How we doing?
It is funny. Like when I do that now, I think, you know, what else can I be doing with my time? I could be like looking at other ways to optimize, and it's purely for the sake of getting better. So yeah, for my own enjoyment, yeah, that's sweet. Let's do that. I'm trying to wonder also about those kind of mechanics. So like what bosses have existed in my head, I think in the past couple of years, there's not many, but have been defined by when we're progressing this boss, we feel like maybe we're progressing.
Man, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Rod. when it comes to guild raiding with us right now, we're beaming through raids. And it is fun.
Beaming through raids?
No, what do you mean? What are you laughing about? I don't guild raid anymore. Life is too darn short.
Does that just mean you don't raid at all? Because, I mean, raiding with the guild's gotta be better than raid.
No, listen, time out. Trying to progress in a pug is infinitely worse than progressing with your guild. What up, Tham? How we doing, baby? It's 10 times worse. Because you go into a pug, if you wipe one time, everyone leaves. Everyone fucking
spend
leaves.
20 minutes finding new people.
So guild raiding, in my opinion, a lot more fun. But then occasionally you get a guy that's 675 fucking item level and will quadruple anyone else's DPS. Junior Phillips, what's up, baby? How we doing? After raiding the guild, I love raiding the guild. One shot.
We still have 2 more bosses left in Heroic. Thank you very much. So,
what's the news? Dude, a lot going on. We're listening to it right now, but the overall synopsis, as of right now, 10 minutes in this video, they're adding rotation helpers in World of Warcraft to help people, you know, go through their rotation, whether it be highlighting the abilities they should press during a certain time, or even adding a 1-button rotation that hinders them rotate, like, on a GCD standpoint. So it's definitely not going to, like, make them 99 parse at all.
But you'll be able to press one button and do maybe 70%.
Yeah, like, because there's add-ons out there that literally allow you to have a 1-button rotation where you're just spamming it, and there's no hindrance. So, you know, they kind of want to get rid of that, do it better than they're doing it, and integrate it into the game so it's easy to get into.
A weak aura. Something like Brood Twister or Echo of
the one button will
or Jailer maybe was one of the first ones, right? And those mechanics, I feel like could not have been done, or
Steve,
probably would have been nerfed
the one button you got used to in
without weak auras, or having that effectiveness of that reduced. What do you do as a fight designer now? Do you I know you're obviously like really passionate about raiding. You've raided for a really long time. What do you have to avoid those kind of assignment mechanics? Are there things in game you can use to like naturally sort out those things? Like, do you give more time for the mechanics? Like do you have to stray away from assignments in general because the community has just, whether you like it or not, has like trained themselves to have something solve that for them? Do you have to like go back into like a more simple version of that? Do you find other ways to make fights difficult? There's obviously a bunch of ways to do that.
The way we design encounters has been influenced in significant ways by the way players use add-ons. I know, the community sometimes speculates that, this was built clearly to require an add-on. I can say that's never the case. No encounter designer is ever sitting around saying, all right, we're going to make this mechanic, and then players will write this weak aura to solve it this way.
Yeah.
All right, mission accomplished, let's ship the boss. But when we're thinking about the overall pacing of a fight, the tuning, we might get feedback on a fight that it feels like there isn't enough going on, when in actuality, there are 4 or 5 mechanics going on, but add-ons are largely compartmentalizing and making it so that most players don't have to think about them most of the time. And then players give us feedback that, hey, this fight felt a little bit slow, like I was just punching the boss for 3 minutes. And so then maybe we add another mechanic in the next iteration of that, or a similar encounter.
I agree,
We get to a higher overall complexity space.
Mythic Plus,
where
that shit is lame.
there's just, you look at the dungeon journal and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and maybe half of it doesn't even matter because add-ons are going to handle it for you. I think that's not a great place for things to land. It also definitely ties our hands in some ways. Like, I think we do fewer coordination mechanics than we...
Why don't they have in the dungeon journal like tiny little mini videos to be played that just show the mechanic that you're reading about? Is that difficult to add in? Would that not help the game of learning without having to go to a fucking YouTube video, which 99% of people don't do? What if they announced, I missed some stuff, I think. Yeah, there is a lot going on right now, There is a lot, you know what I mean?
No.
I
saw that. That was good.
You want to briefly tell them what's going on?
Yeah, so today Blizzard dropped this WoWcast, this 40-minute, which, by the way, I don't know if we should watch the full thing, but, we'll talk about that. Blizzard did this WoWcast where they announced a basically addition to the game that's kind of like the add-on Hakili, which is going to be like a rotational helper. It's going to light up the next ability you should press in your DPS rotation to help you do some more damage. On top of that, if you need it to be even a little bit more accessible and easy, they're going to add a 1-button option where you could just press 1 button and it will do your rotation for you.
Yeah, it's not going to be a perfect rotation every single time, but it's something to help people who aren't really too interested in being too sweaty. You know what I mean? Personally, I think a lot of people are going to be using the one that it just simply highlights certain buttons to press in which order. Like Lance said, like playing Guitar Hero, but on a keyboard to deal your damage. But either way, it's very accessible and handy for a lot of different people. So they're just talking about it.
Used to? Like there used to be like,
I sort of get this segment like of the rotational helper, and I think that's a cool thing. Are you worried about an arms race between add-ons and encounter design?
So this is with like weak cores and DBM.
Is it a further escalation in that?
Hopefully not. I think our goal here is kind of disarmament and definitely not further escalation. I think we understand that if we're not going to try more little targeted things like that are going to encourage workarounds, and it just ends up with this back and forth. Because yeah, if there is a way to solve a complex mechanic, but you have to jump through a couple of more hoops to do so, you'll do that, right, and then just be more annoyed by the process. Our goal is to try to get out of that space entirely, and so I think down the line eventually that may mean I think some broader restrictions on specifically what information add-ons have access to about combat events in real time. At the same time, we know that that's not a thing that we could just do right now, but we are looking at damage.
7, we're going to have the rotation helper, those two options. What of the rest of this initiative, is any of the rest of this in 11.1.7, or are we just starting the conversation now?
I think there's a lot of stuff that we're working on. I think, we've seen the cooldown manager and then the rotation assist coming. I think down the line, it's some of the stuff that I touched on. I don't have specific patch dates right now, but we are looking at damage meters, we're looking at nameplate improvements. We are looking at, a raid encounter information presentation that shows you timeline of boss abilities coming up.
That's awesome.
Things in that general space. I think
that's so great. So great, man. That's awesome. That is so good for the game. It's so good for the game, man. To have people not need DBM and like just have it right in your face when the mechanic is coming. You could put it next to your health bar, like right on the side of your screen. Hey guys, this is about to come, and everyone can see it. Other I love that.
And they're gonna add a damage meter.
Am I packed? Love shamans! Love shamans!
9 other people send a $2 super. Oh, that's so that I
guys,
put the goal that if they do it, you'll finally release my interview.
Yeah, we do have a. I love get the F out shouting when I stand and shit. Yeah, for real, bro. If you guys are interested, we do have an interview with Lance and a ex-Blizzard developer that went really, really well. I'm going to edit it and post it. It's ready to go. So if you guys are interested, 9 other, even $2 donations, you get a reward out of it in a way. You also support the channel. Much love to you.
We're looking at all the places where players say right now, you need this weak aura, you need this add-on to be competitive, and asking ourselves, like, how do we change our game to make that not the case? Yep. Some of that's going to be add-on functionality, or UI functionality. Other aspects are going to be looking at how we're building some encounters or how some class mechanics work. Like, I think it's super fair to point at some specs, like let's say Outlaw Rogue, who I know are easy one to pick on in some of these ways, and ask, like, how is anyone really supposed to execute this perfectly with the big?
Yo, Chris, you in the chat? Chris, where you at? I got a bone to pick with you now. You want to talk about doing Mythic Plus with me? Where are you at? Did you run? Get a load of this. This is the game director. He's memeing on your fucking class.
Specs, like let's say Outlaw Rogue, who I know are easy one to pick on in some of these ways, and ask, like, how is anyone really supposed to execute this perfectly with the base UI? Almost any time we're tracking.
Dude, it's because you can't. You can't play Outlaw with the base UI of anything.
Fuck no.
It's a scam.
Well, first off, you can't play Outlaw. You definitely can't play any dot class.
Dude.
You can't play, imagine trying to play a Brewmaster.
It's ridiculous. Chris, where you at, bro? You dipped? Crazy.
Listen, Outlaw is super fun when everything lines up, by the way. Outlaw is super fun. But
Spook goes, all this talk, and they still haven't buffed Brewmaster. All this UI design and upgrade. Brewmaster still hasn't got enough. Yo, the Pope passed away before Brewmaster got buffs.
We got Achilles. We got Blizz Killy before Brewmaster got buffs. That's crazy. Eat shit, Brewmasters.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, if you're a Brewmaster, actually, I have good news for you. Mop is coming out. Take your ass over there,
Bro,
boy.
we might actually get the new Grand Theft Auto before Brewmaster gets buffed. That's cool. We got an Oblivion remaster. That's crazy. Oh, Reno with the sub for 2 months. Shout out, man. 2 months, start of many great times. Yo, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the love. I love that seeing that Tarot King guy there. That's so cool. Yo, that's crazy. Rip the drunkie. Yeah, that is funny. Bro, you have to be a cyborg not to use DBM big. No, there's no way. There's no way.
No way. We'll get another version.
There's no way.
Like stacks of a buff, and you need to make a decision where it's like, if you're between 4 and 7 stacks, you should do this. Otherwise, don't. Those are not reasonable tests for us to be posing to our players without providing them the information to do it correctly. And so we need to either provide the information, simplify the mechanic, or both.
There are a lot of players who love the version of Outlaw Rogue that has existed over the past few years. So I think there's always some fear when this discussion starts up.
Chris
is becoming a meme.
Yo, Chris messaged me last night in Discord privately being like, I'll show you good Outlaw gameplay.
Yo, this is a meme. There's no way this is happening. I'm sure there's players out there. No, there ain't, Dranos. It's one of the most least played specs in the entire game.
You have to admit, when everything lines up, it feels amazing.
You're right, it does.
The problem is, it's RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG.
There's 3 different levels of RNG just on the base.
Is the answer going to be to simplify everything? And I think it's really exciting to hear instead that the answer is, okay, we'll maybe simplify some of these huge outliers, but we're going to bring in the functionality that makes it so that instead of needing to download a WeakAura to solve this, instead of needing to have a complicated assistant tell you, now you're supposed to press this button, now you're supposed to press this button, instead we're going to provide that information.
Affection.
Outlaw hasn't been fun in a very long time, in my personal opinion.
Outlaw hasn't been
fun since Combat.
That's what I was going to say. Outlaw hasn't been my favorite rogue spec since it was called Combat.
I genuinely miss Combat Rogue.
What do you mean? My main in WoD was my dwarf Combat Rogue. Remember going into red buff and killing spree and just one-shotting someone?
Dude, why don't they just lean super heavy into that pirate theme? Like,
they did in Legion. Remember you had the cooldown that you could call down the cannon barrage?
I don't remember that. I didn't even play it.
So go fuck yourself.
Outlaw had a moment on top in Dragon Blight. That's crazy. If you go hard, guys are so good. Play your Mythic without add-ons, macros, key. I can absolutely do Mythic dungeons without like any add-ons. I for sure can, for sure. Like I mean it might hinder me on what class spec I play.
I mean you can, but I definitely like Plater's pretty cool.
Yeah, Plater is the biggest one. That's sketchy because I don't know what to kick when. Oh my god, Dasher.
Am I packed?
No,
Love Shaman!
Why are you doing that?
Love Shaman!
Yo, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are in the chat, let's get some huge
Dasher. That's why we made it only $2. I
shit.
only wanted you guys to do max $2. I don't want to be greedy.
Yo, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Ring it. Ring it. Huge in the chat, baby. Insane. I was been angry. Oh. Yo, whenever I play that animation, I always think of Izzy. Or Chad. Miss him. Is what it is. Let's move on.
In a more clear way than looking at the top right of your screen to see your buffs and
bro.
Trying to catch the rotation buff between all the other 20 that are changing in combat.
That's definitely the goal. I think we want World of Warcraft to be as approachable as possible, but we also love that the skill ceiling in the game is as incredibly high.
Without add-ons.
So he goes, what?
Let's press this button. Instead, we're going to provide that information in a more clear way than looking at the top right of your screen to see your buffs and trying to catch the rotation buff between all the other 20 that are changing in combat.
That's definitely the goal. I think
I'll give you your money back,
we want World of Warcraft to be as approachable as possible, but we also love that the skill ceiling in the game is as incredibly high as it is. That allows for tons of differentiation and self-expression and accomplishment. But I think a lot of at its core, a lot of skill in WoW I think boils down to multitasking ability. And like even just you might be able to do amazing damage.
I love that. That's such a great point to make. Like your ability to multitask. I was watching a SOD raid last night, Lance. It was actually the hardest boss, or one of the hardest bosses to protect.
For...
I will. But I just want to touch on it. It was one of the hardest bosses to fight. It was the final boss in the raid. There's a lot of different phases and stuff going on. I'm watching a kill clip from somebody, a content creator. I'm not going to say his name. And it was the last, I think, minute and a half of the fight.
Okay.
Oh, Valkyrian. Yo, Kiko, thank you so much, buddy. Welcome to the Comeback Kids. Yo, if you're a new member or a member in the chat, let's get some huges in the chat, dude. But I was watching this fight. It was the last minute and a half of a Season of Discovery fight.
Okay.
The final tier of the final raid coming out for this game. They were standing still, casting abilities, did not move
For
one time.
a minute and a half.
It was genuinely a minute. There was like one mechanic going out, but it was chasing one person, so that person just had to kite.
Okay.
When you want to talk about multitasking ability, classic players get so offended if they have to do anything other than just spam a damage button.
Max's favorite thing.
Zug. Yeah, it's true.
Testing it against a target dummy,
Max,
very different world when
Classic is a
you're
fucking
also in an encounter
snoozer.
and need to do 3 mechanics at the same time.
Daddy.
And we see,
I can't.
tunnel vision.
How easy is it gonna be to raid lead, like just casually Karazhan every once in a while, or like Gruul's Lair in TBC? What a joke.
All right, everyone. Flame Wreath's coming out. Don't move. Flame Wreath. Everyone, Flame Wreath is coming out. Don't fucking move.
Don't move. Everyone stand still now.
Stop moving.
Okay, now everyone run out now. That's crazy, bro.
Okay, everyone, stand 10 feet apart, 10 yards apart.
Yo, Kiko, you're insane. The Prime sub on Twitch and member on YouTube. That's insane. You're an absolute gangster. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate
Visioning
it.
DPS or a meme.
Yo, once again, if you guys are in the chat and we're having a good time Wednesday night, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, we're not doing that song, but chilling out, goofing off. Let's get some ones in the chat, dude, on Twitch and YouTube. Show some love. By the way, if you guys are in the guild and you're playing World of Warcraft right now, let people know we're live. Please, Max, I'm talking to you. I need you to gas it up. Oh my God, Sky just got hit in the face. I don't care. Get him in here.
Lance
For a reason, right? They're just focused on their
up.
rotation, and whoops, they just messed up the encounter mechanic,
Big ones.
or vice versa. Someone who
ones.
is good at mechanics, but their
Love you, Dasher,
DPS
miss
goes
you,
off a
buddy.
cliff. Really, like the function of a lot of these add-ons is to offload a portion of that computational complexity.
Okay.
And we recognize, like, if we are removing some of that functionality, we're providing more information, we can probably remove a couple of mechanics, but still keep the same level of challenge. The goal is not to make it easier. The goal is to make it
What's up, baby?
less complex. And I think that's, I think is a key distinction there, because I think it often can sound like, oh, this is about, this might be about dumbing down the game or simplifying things. It's not that. It's about trying to create a more approachable baseline experience that still has every bit as much room for differentiation.
When you were talking about add-ons that things have been in the game, been inspired by it, you mentioned a damage meter.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in just what your view is, philosophy-wise, about damage meters in games like this.
That's a great question, and I think ultimately we have to be guided by what our community prefers and what we see them doing today.
Bro, and everybody has a damage meter.
Yeah.
I have never seen a retail WoW player not use a DPS or heal meter. There's no way. There's no way. I've never seen it.
It has to be baked into the UI, man.
It has to be. Mandatory.
Period.
Like the single most popular add-on used across the entire game is a damage meter.
Thank you, Rob. You're
by like a
freaking
fair
goat, buddy.
margin.
Okay.
The majority of players, the large majority of players, have a damage meter add-on installed. And so that indicates that people want to see that information at least about themselves. We definitely want more nuanced measures of success and understanding, like how successful were you or how much did you contribute on this run, highlighting things like interrupts, highlighting things like avoidable damage to give a fuller picture of performance. But at the end of the day, I think for someone who's trying a new spec, trying a new talent build, getting a new trinket, and they want to see like how did this affect my performance compared to the last run, that's an important piece of information to have.
Absolutely.
And so I think we know that in any world where we were going to limit some of the ability of add-ons to like again do that real-time combat event tracking, we would need to provide a damage meter solution of our own.
Fucking track. God damn, that dungeon is good.
Yeah.
I think one of the exciting things, I think, if we're doing that on our end,
Yes.
Danny Brown just placed an order for a Comeback Kid shirt.
Wait a second. We just got an order?
Yep.
Let me pull up his house and information real quick on stream. Let me show it. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Danny Brown, if you're in the chat right now, shout out to you for the Comeback Kid shirt order. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 on the week. That's 2 on the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some huges in the chat. It's time to ring it. It's time to ring it, ladies and gentlemen. Ring the horn. If everyone's not like this in their house right now, we're going to have a problem. It's absolutely huge. Let's get some huges in the chat, dude. Huges in the chat. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 away from me chilling out on stream live with you guys tonight to fill out these orders if you guys want. Here's a link to it right now. If you guys are interested, you can go check out the CBK merch. We have limited edition merch. We just restocked all of our shirts, so everything is available for purchase. I think we have like 11 of our limited edition Goblin shirts left.
Yeah, the only thing limited is the Goblin logo shirt.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. So if you guys are interested, dude, check it out. Only like 11, max 12 left. Absolute dead max. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Limited edition. Going away very, very soon.
We can also have it be server authoritative, so you're not worried about like who's in a different combat phase, who's out of range, or whatever. It could just be like, this is official and going to be accurate all the time.
We were obviously mostly thinking about Mythic Raid when our brains go to how this is going to affect things, but the overwhelming majority of players are.
I'm sorry. That emoji right there is fucking insane. I want that. Yo, I want that emoji. That apathy mad. Yo, obviously that's someone else's emoji, but that is so good. I need that. That's hilarious. I don't know why. I love that.
Yeah. So in heroic raids, normal raids, raid finder raids, doing Mythic Plus dungeons, right? When we're talking about making these changes to what WeakAuras can do, is there an appetite for changing how heroic and normal raids function as well? Like, do we see these problems in there as well for what add-ons can do and how they solve things?
Bad question.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it all trickles down, right? I mean, I think maybe even a larger percentage of players doing Mythic.
Put your faith in the
Oh, Dasher, yo, thank you. Dasher, you didn't have to, wait. Oh, it's with Prime. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate the love. Absolute chat. By the way, if you guys got Primes, you could throw them over on the Twitch. Did my mods link or pin the Twitch like I asked, or probably not, right? Max? Mod, right? Mods are fun. We're going to be a mod.
I don't know if he can.
We're going to be a mod, right?
I don't think he can pin. I think
my ass.
I think I could do it.
No shot a mod can't pin a link. There's no way. I've seen it before back in the Diablo days. Max, get your ass up and pin that Twitch. You're working for free tonight. You just lost dinner.
Yeah, that's not true. I actually did send Max a shirt.
Did you really?
Yes, I got him.
Oh, that's so cool.
Sent over.
What a chat, actually.
I don't know if it arrived yet, but
did he really get? Yo, Max, when you get it, you gotta send me a picture.
Raid might use specific WeakAura packs. Then let's say
we could skip this one though. Yeah, I can't pin. Really, you can't? Can someone pin it then? There's no way. I remember back in the day, my mods being able to pin shit. By the way, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream. Let's continue the news because this shit is absolute insanity. Max, if you can, gas us up in the guild chat.
Normal, but
say
those
there's
add-ons are
gunshots
used by the majority of players
Maybe,
right now.
Nah, you know what? Say it.
Other, ball.
Yeah.
Go, Max. I give you free reins. You know what to do. Let's continue. Let's skip to the next question. That one's a little bland.
You either have an ability to have that in the game, or is that something you don't want to have happen, where it's more like you're organically doing mechanics because you see them, or are you okay with all of the audio and visual aids that exist currently within add-ons?
I think the answer is mixed there. I think like audio prompts are something that are super valuable to people. That's something we want to continue to add support for on our end as well.
Prompts.
Like we know we've got feedback we've gotten around the 11.15 cooldown manager would be that many people would appreciate being able to have audio prompts tied to certain things or procs firing, and that's something they would miss about WeakAuras. We want to make sure that we're offering that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I think a lot of what we've seen is, frankly, us not doing a sufficiently good job of telegraphing the importance of certain mechanics and their impact.
What's crazy? Do you remember back when they would do these interviews with Devilor, funny enough?
Yeah.
In BFA and Legion and even Shadowlands. Like, do you remember the interview he had with Preach, where him and Preach were literally arguing with each other, and he's basically telling Preach,
like, you don't know what you're talking about?
You're right. I mean, you're wrong. I'm right. I'm the game dev. The players don't know what they're talking about. Now he's like, yeah, so we're just not...
We're not doing it right.
We're not treating the players right in this regard. We need to do better.
Yeah, and that's such a great way. It's such a good way to go about anything. Taking any sort of criticism. Oh, CS is back.
Love Shaman!
Just saying the next step is to make...
Love Shaman!
Shamans! Just saying the next step is to make WoW playable on controller. I think it is.
I mean,
at the moment, technically, there's a lot of workarounds.
Yeah, but it's got to be optimized.
But yeah, I'm sure Blizzard's going to be doing that. They got that Microsoft deal, and now they're working on this one button thing and the highlighter. That shit's going to come. That shit is going to come.
You can play on a controller now. It doesn't mean it's good.
Did anyone catch that one?
That's crazy.
We'll see. We'll see if anyone got that. I'm pretty sure Drunk would get that joke. Let's continue. By the way, CS, thank you for the 5 big donos. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you, buddy.
Like, this is actually how we can design mechanics or kind of assignment things going forward. And then also, is this, if done successfully, would this also remove private auras?
Boss mechanics and private auras? That, I mean... What would encounter design look like in the future with some of these add-ons?
Like lower damage numbers on these things?
I think probably
that's crazy,
a bit of all of that. There's multiple knobs there. There's,
It is, but it's not intentionally playable. Microsoft is on it, and WoW will hit game. Yeah.
On Mythic, we might default to like everyone in today's world.
I mean, we don't. That's not that crazy of a question.
I don't think the rest of these are,
building.
Yeah, these aren't absolutely massive news. But let's briefly go over the sort of recap, I would say. I believe it's here on Wowhead. So there is a brief recap. A ton of bug fixes, diabolical. I'm not sure how this happens, how we go into a patch launch with a shit ton of bugs, but it is what it is. Blade Flurry is now fixed. Shout out to Chris. I'm sure you were dealing significantly more damage when it wasn't. Let's go Legacy of Erythor. That's really awesome. I forgot. Blizzard intends to create in-game versions of popular add-ons,
boss mods, nameplates, damage meters, and more.
I mean, so this is just quickly the recap here. Where's the list? They usually just have a list, to be honest with you. I guess they don't here. But it's a lot of this is very, very good. But all right, Max, love you, buddy. Love you, bro. Thank you. If you ask me, the one single thing that will make you a better player 1,000% is customizing the audio in Bigwig/DBM for certain mechanics.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. It literally, I don't have to do my job. I would love if there was an add-on saying, prepare for soak or something. Like, tell me every time. And by the way, you can technically customize it in there. You can put your own voice input. Like, if I really gave a shit, I can record my own lines. And before every mechanic at a certain time point, have it, go off at a certain point and then have just everyone install it. So every time I don't have to fucking talk, but yeah, I'm just overreaching, but very interesting. Lance, do you have anything you want to say about all this? And by the way, chat, let us know right now, what do you guys think about all these things they're adding between the cooldown manager, the DPS meters, the deadly boss mods being in the game, upgraded nameplates, there's a lot coming, dude. You guys got to let us know the combat rotation shit. I mean, dude, the comeback Chris. Yo, Chris, I'm memeing his ass. Maybe that's why I'm a shit player, because I don't play with sound. Yeah, that's tough. I can never not play with sound. That's a double negative, but whatever. I think it's going to help FPS a lot. Yeah, that too. I don't need that shit. I mean, you're good, though. Some people do. I'll be honest, too. I stopped using all those add-ons, and it made me a better player. Wow, really? Interesting.
Listen. To say that them adding any of these things is bad, I mean, you're just being a hater, or you're being ignorant to the fact that these add-ons are already used by most players, right? It makes the game more accessible, and WoW has always been the game that at its best is when it is making the game accessible, right? Like vanilla through Wrath were the peak because they were considered the easy MMORPG.
Yeah.
So going back into like, I think the game is too complicated. There is too many currency. That's the next thing they need to worry about. And fix.
I could talk about that all day long about how they need to just simplify the game in general.
Yeah, gearing, currency, these are things that need to be simplified and one step at a time. And they're doing this in 0.5 patches and 0.7 patches. I think this is big.
I think that's what these 0.5 and 0.7s really should hone in on, rather than it being an assload of like raw content. Like, you can drip feed us, but then also give us some stuff to really better the game as a whole. And that's what they're doing with you. They did it last 0.5 patch as well. They were doing some visual upgrades and making sure all the classes were proper. They're doing it with this one with actual raw input.
Another short order.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the horn. If you guys are in chat right now, everyone has to say huge or go huge. We just got another shirt order. Ring it, baby. Ring it. 2 more shirt orders, ladies and gentlemen. We're making live on stream with you guys right now, dude. Well, at the end of the stream. Let's get some huges in the chat. If you guys are interested, limited edition merch over at the Comeback Hits. It is in the chat right now on YouTube. We're putting it on Twitch as well. Let's get some huges in the chat. If you guys are interested, show some love. Buy a shirt. You get something out of it. Bada bing, bada boom. That's 3 out of 5. So we go to 4, 5. Boom. We'll make it live on stream at the end of the stream. Chill out, Mac. Talk World of Warcraft. Talk MMOs and just casually relax with each other. Let's keep it going. But nah, man, I think they're doing an absolutely killer job. Lance, give me something fucking good. I need energy out of you, man. I'm tired.
No, I mean, listen, I really believe that this is overall a big W for the game. I think it's gonna be a W, and I'm excited to see, bro. I really hope the less add-ons I need to have, the better, because especially my ass who has to go from I play at my house on my laptop, and then I gotta come over here. Just because it's so much of a chore, I haven't set up half my add-ons on my laptop.
Hold on, the music might be loud. It might be blasting. It was probably blasting. By the way, I'm sorry if it was. I apologize.
Am I good?
Yeah.
No, but like my laptop doesn't have like half my add-ons that I use here on the computer, because I raid here, and I'm not really raiding ever on my laptop, and if I do, it means probably something's fucked up.
Yeah, Def Patton put a pretty good point. Back in BC, the only add-on I needed was threat meters. Now at this point in the game, you need a lot. In retail, you need DPS meters. You got to be able to know what you're doing and whether your rotation's performing proper or not. You need some sort of threat pace and higher Mythic Plus performance to know who to kick and know who to focus, know who to priority damage, and know who to kill. You need DBM to survive in raids. If you're actually pushing shit, you want to get better at the game. Like, there's a lot of things. The music was coming. That's insane. Sorry, restricted as heck comes under as a real-time add-on. Yeah, being restricted in life in general? Is that what you mean? Anyways, though, overall, ladies and gentlemen, all of this is nothing but really, really good for the game. DPS meters in World of Warcraft, we all know they're going to steal all of their ideas and just do it better. We know that they're going to do it better with the nameplates. They're already doing it really well with just the basic cooldown manager. The first iteration is really well done. I'm using it on all the characters I'm playing right now. It's awesome. Asmund shit so hard in this interview.
Well, Asmund he hates on WoW because it gets him more clicks.
Yeah. Asmund don't play WoW anymore, and it is what it is.
Listen, I like Asmund a lot, but you can't take his opinion on World of Warcraft serious anymore.
Anymore, probably. I mean, back then he was...
Yeah, back then, yeah. But
he was a messiah.
He doesn't play the game anymore, and he actively hates on it for whatever reason.
And I think his number one argument for that is there's a reason why I don't play the game, and it's because of A, B, C, D. But, like, I feel like World of Warcraft right now is actually more accessible to anyone more than ever. Like, and they're doing only things to try to bring in more players and make it more accessible to people. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. He's smart in his own way, and he's doing his thing. It is what it is. I don't use add-ons because I'm computer illiterate. That's insane. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't use it, so I couldn't have been that bad add-on. I'm sure homie can come up with a new big thing to milk money from players. He has plenty of time before it reaches the game. I'm not sure what that meant. I'm gonna be completely real. I kind of broke down halfway through. Asmund hates because that's what his audience wants. No, right now, I'm not some Asmon guy. I love Asmongold. I used to watch his content daily. At the moment, it's a bit too political and negative and just a little tense for me. It's just not the things I enjoy watching. That's just a personal preference. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about a lot of the news, a lot of things upcoming, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. We got a lot to discuss this week with some forum freakouts, man. All right, it's time for the forum freakout, where we pull the wildest, saltiest, and most unhinged takes from the WoW community. From rage posts to Reddit meltdowns, nothing here is safe from the freakout. Let's get into it. Of course I mean. Why? Because I'm the fucking...
Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, for the first forum freakout post, we have... It's not Season 4. Get over it.
Oh, shit.
Can't read it at all. Can you zoom in on that thing?
Yes. I got you, Lance. You want more?
Yeah, that's good.
How's this?
That's fine.
Okay.
The puzzling cartel chips, aka dinars, are more of a bad luck protection versus the normal Season 4 for fun dinars we had. A valid criticism for the current dinars is why can't we get dungeon trinkets, which I think would be a much more fair argument. But as it stands, the way they have this set is fine. It's good for a normal season. If anything, it incentivizes people to get into mythic raiding, which I highly recommend. So, guy, back in Season 4 of Shadowlands and Dragonflight, the dinars were a little bit different. You didn't need to, kill a mythic boss to get a mythic version. I believe you were able to just level it up from all the way up to mythic. You didn't need to get a special one.
Yeah, okay.
And now, those were for end of expansion, right? Like those were the end of the expansion seasons where they were almost an extra season that people were not really playing anyway. It was a for fun season, So I'm okay with this time around it not being the same it was. And I think we spoke about this last week, which is why I kind of wanted to put it in this post. I'm okay with how they're doing it. I don't hate on it. I do wish that you could do get some Mythic Plus items in there if you wanted, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem that I've seen on forums, community, comments, whatever, is the fact that Mythic Plus players aren't having easy access to this shit. I've seen so many tweets that, I mean, I don't know how it pops up on my feed. This is gonna sound diabolical, but there's a lot of like higher end, like girl Mythic Plus players, and I take it easy, settle down. But because I fucking watch World of Warcraft content, all right? And they started getting hundreds of thousands of views, and there was stuff like that was saying like, oh, fuck Mythic Plus players, I guess. Like, I guess just leave us out in the garbage because they're not going to have direct access to it. Even though, I'm going to be honest, a lot of those players are better than raid players because Mythic Plus is exhausting. It is exhausting to play, so it is very interesting. Gearing is already a kind of a cakewalk, to be honest. This isn't an issue. Now, gearing is very easy. Gearing is very easy right now, but in a way that it's accessible. There comes a point where you hit that wall, and then the content starts to get difficult from like 645 onward, I would say.
I'll be honest. It feels the fact that I'm keeping up. Maybe that's a testament to how easy it is, and maybe it should be a little bit more difficult. But it's nice. I'm able to keep up in gear. Like I'm what was it 662 or 661 or something right now? It's pretty good.
Okay, this guy seems very pissed. This isn't a normal season anymore. Turbo boost equals meme season. I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty good idea to at least give people the illusion to think that they're trying to do some of the best content in the game. I think for the first time ever, I'm actually going to try to push some mythic raiding personally alone with the guild. I'm not going to try to like do anything crazy with it, but the first time ever, I'm actually going to try to seriously do something with the guild, and it's because of things like the turbo boost, to be honest with you. It's because the fact that they're upgrading the item level of mythic and heroic gear by 2 more tracks to give me a little bit more power to make it easier on me. I'm not a fucking mythic raider, and I don't care to be. I would like the illusion of thinking I am. Like,
I wouldn't mind being able to kill a mythic Rick Reverb and getting that myth trinket.
Can I kill 3 mythic bosses and say, hey, I did it. It felt pretty cool doing it. Like, leave it difficult at the beginning of the season. But if we're 8 12 weeks in the season. Who gives a shit? Let people have fun.
A lot of people have already fallen off.
Yeah, let people have fun, dude. I better step it up. Yo, fuck off. That's crazy, Zero. You're insane. Ladies and gentlemen, wouldn't you guys want it to be a tad bit easier near the end of the season to give it a go? Like, just for the hell of it to say, hey, I tried with my guild to do some stuff in Mythic. Like, 6 extra item level across the board for your character is huge in general. But then you add other things like the occasional Mythic track gear guaranteed. Like, I think that's a good job. It's a nice, slow progression through the season to make us very powerful. And then give us the ability to be nukes at the end of the season to do whatever we want. Make me feel powerful. I want to be powerful.
We're going to be getting those, we're going to get the corruption head enchants soon, so it's nice.
Yeah, it's very true. When I'm plugging, I make people post cutting edge. That's fucking diabolical. You're that guy, huh? There's no way you're that guy. I think he is, though, actually. Now that I think about it, if I think of Trojan, yeah. If he's plugging, yeah, he's that guy for sure. So yeah, there's some people that are pissed about it. Blizzard must have tooted the horn. The corporate meat riders are out in force today. Oh, buddy. It's not season 4, but you gotta wonder what this whole turbo boost stuff is for and what's it gonna affect. It definitely gives off meme season. Why? Why is it a meme season? Because they're leaning into live service? There's no battle pass. Shit, maybe not yet. But meme season how? To give people access to boost other alts and give them a chance to play other characters?
I don't know what it matters.
What does that mean? I think active users for Mythic Plus content or rating or something must be pretty low for them to try to push people even more. And that's an awful take. I think active users for our endgame content must be low because they're trying to push more people into it. What the fuck?
I mean, you could look those numbers up.
Do you realize this is putting up over 23% more better numbers than Dragonflight at this time in the expansion?
Well, that makes sense. I mean, overall, this is a better expansion.
Of course it's a better expansion. So they're doing better, and they're giving more accessibility and trying harder. What's the problem? Fuck the numbers, right? Who cares about numbers? If I'm plugging, I make a lot. Okay. Subs may be on the decline again, or less players right now. Subs are always on the decline post-expansion launch. WoW is always like this. Expansion launch,
usually
and then
it goes
into another expansion launch.
Yeah, like the second, if we're on this 3, season cycle, it'll be season 1's like this. It starts out going up, and then it goes down, and then season 2 will bring a little bit more, and then it will go down. And then, by the end of season 3, going into pre-patch and beyond, you'll start seeing that rise again towards
absolutely that's an MMO.
The wave.
That's a seasonal game. It's rating some of the lowest Mythic raid participation in history. Yeah, because there's delves and Mythic Plus is better than ever this season anyway. But who gives a shit about Mythic Plus? Mythic raid participation does not matter. There, I said it. Hot take debate, bitch. Mythic player raid participation does not matter.
I agree.
Because guess what? Casual player participation is incredibly high right now.
Yeah,
they keep the lights on.
And I don't want to say who gives a shit about Mythic Raiders, but
shit.
There's such a small percentage of the player
Stop being
base.
Fucking snobby. You're a 0.5% of the player base. No one sure, it's cool.
You know what Mythic Raiders I give a shit about? The Race to World First ones who are doing it at the time when it's actually the hardest,
and it's
I'm
actually
that's
like saying that's like an XFL football player getting pissed off because he's not getting shit catered to him. You're XFL. You're not even the best of the best. You're just lower of the best.
You're still a pro, but you're not that good.
You're not that
guy.
You're a bench rider in the big leagues, though. That's the truth. Stop being pompous. Get back to work, Mythic Raider. Settle down, dude. The game is the whole game is trying its best right now. World of Warcraft to cater to casuals, the little guys, the daddy-os, the delvers. You know what I mean? Almost as if doing stuff with massively inflated numbers isn't actually fun for most people. I'm surprised it's still alive. More people Okay. All right, man. Settle down. That part is fine, but they did not communicate until last second and changed. No, the communication on the noise has been a problem. For sure. I absolutely agree. That's why I'm giving meme vibes. Heroic players will 100% buy a clear. Bro, I don't know what this guy thinks. He gives the worst takes I think ever. This guy thinks
how much a mythic clear is?
This guy genuinely thinks heroic players are 100% buying clears just to get a guaranteed item lot.
Bro.
For one item?
No.
Dude, this guy's Zinley, what's up? Good looking. How we doing? Josh Weldon's in the chat, baby.
Joshy?
What's going on, baby? How we doing? Miss you, dude. I fucking miss Zinley. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the percentage of heroic raiders that are gonna be buying like Gallywicks or fucking Muggsy kills? No. What do you think the percentage is? Let's just hear it. I'm curious. This guy's saying heroic players are not even like probably. He's saying 100% just gonna buy a clear.
No.
What? Less than 1%. That's crazy. What's your take on the 11.1.7 one button UI?
Wait, hold on. Before we answer, what's your take on it?
No, I would love to just give my answer, honestly.
No, hold on. I want to cater my answer to what he says.
5 to 10%? I would say 1 to 3%
in
of
China,
people.
yes, he's right, by the way.
Galley kill
Josh
is...
says I have a very serious question. Go ahead, Joshy.
Yeah, what's up, Zinley? What's going on, baby? How we doing? Talk to me, bro. I miss Josh Weldon's vibes,
A galley
bro.
kill's gonna go for a couple million.
I found this shit called Ascension. Ascension's cool, man. There ain't nothing wrong with Ascension. The game's pretty cool. I've played Ascension before. The amount of item level growth in this game is getting out of hand. We used to have 26 item levels per season, and I thought that... Yeah, that's it. I will say that's an issue as well. I will say that is an issue. The gap between the start of the season dealing 1 million DPS last tier, and I'm feeling like a god, to now this tier, I'm hitting like 17 to 20 million on some polls in Cinderbrew. Yeah, that's crazy. I was on my Elemental Shaman today, Lance. I was at 9.5 million DPS on a poll.
The one problem...
By the way, at 640 item level.
That's insane. The one problem with the War Within for me is the numbers are too big. I cannot wait till that midnight stats score.
I can't fucking stand millions of DPS. I want thousands of DPS. I want thousands.
I like in the beginning of Shadowlands Season 1, the damage that we were doing. I think it was like 5k.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I remember.
That's where I want to be.
PvP feels good, but it's kind of forgotten. No, PvP does not feel good in my opinion at all. I think PvP is really horrible in retail.
Shadow's really good right
from
now,
the way how you gear to arena gameplay in itself and how strong healers are in this game, it does not feel good in my opinion. In my opinion. I mean, my favorite PvP seasons were from MoP.
I need to get 1800 though, so
probably WoD.
You got me on that?
1800?
You gotta get 1800. I need the elite set.
If you can deal more than 1.6 million damage in a 2s, then yes.
I don't want to do 2s. Can we do 3s?
We can. I mean, we probably can. I don't know about 1800 though. 3s is where you get sweaters, my man. But even 2s are sweaters. I like solo queue. Fuck 2s and 3s. That's just exhausting.
Oh, what am I gonna do? Wait 50 minutes for a fucking queue pop?
Yeah, bro. Just work inside. That's what I do. Interesting though. Interesting take, Lance. What do you think about this take overall? To wrap it up.
This is that. I think it's the guy is right. People need to get over it.
What was the nuke? Ban Jax. What's the point of a game that plays itself for you? Okay, Ban Jax. In case you're wondering. World of Warcraft is adding some things for accessibility when it comes to players and helping them with their rotation. Number one, they're adding a rotation helper that can sort of highlight individual spells that would say, hey, this is a good spell to press during this time. So similar to procs that we have now, but it helps you almost like you're playing Guitar Hero of your rotation for people who don't give a shit. But then for the real people who don't give a shit and they just want to just AFK deal damage, there's this thing where it's a literal one-button rotation, which, by the way, there's an add-on right now that already is a one-button rotation add-on where you press one button and it does its rotation for you. It's not perfect at all, by the way, because you can tell who uses it. But the reason Blizzard's adding this is because it's one of the top downloaded add-ons the last, like, 6 to 12 months. Like, crushing everything.
Hey Josh,
hundreds of millions of downloads.
You say stupidity. Tell that to your best friend, Izzy, who was using it all of
yeah, by the way, Izzy was using it.
And
Spill, Tello, all my friends that come from Classic, they were using it because it helps them get into the game easier. It's accessible, right? Like a one-button actually, yeah. Like for a while, Tello was using it. He got out of it, but he absolutely was to start to help him learn his rotation.
Guess what? Actually, he used it and then helped him learn, and he was
then
actually
stopped
good.
using it. Yeah, he completely took it off the bar. Exactly. So that's the goal they're trying to do. He says Lamau. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny because he was playing Rhett, but yeah, it is what it is though. But it helped him get out of that, and that's hopefully the goal, right?
Yeah.
Of what they're trying to do. Let me see if I can go.
Next one.
Here.
Oh, this is a good freak out. This one's a good one. Actually, this is a good form freak out. The best form of protest.
Oh, daddy.
The best form of protest is not posting on forums, but quitting this exhausting game altogether.
Oh, shit.
Endlessly raising item level caps and forcing you to participate in mythic raids you don't want to play. That's Blizzard's strategy. Completely unfair gear progression and endless mental exhaustion. As long as they think you're still enjoying it, they'll keep raising the bar.
Wait, unfair gear progression?
Bro, it's the easiest it's ever been to get gear.
Wait, it's literally the most fair gear progression in the history of World of Warcraft.
Wow.
And that's coming from someone who's played every expansion ever. Tens of thousands of hours I've put into World of Warcraft, gearing and progressing through every expansion, even since I was fucking 10 years old, back in fucking TBC. It is the easiest way. That is crazy. Forcing you to participate in mythic raids you don't want to play. Yeah, but once again, this is all optional
But also,
stuff.
if you don't want to raid, why do you need gear?
I don't...
What do you need gear for if you don't want to do the content?
I guess because they want Mythic Track to just
But
keep
for
farming
what?
Mythic Plus. I don't know. I don't know. Complete unfair. Blizzard never forced me to do anything. I log in and do whichever I want.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm hearing. Affliction Lock, Shadow Arrow, Multi-Corruption, Oh, you're talking about Ascension. Ascension's dope, by the way, Zinli. I will say Ascension's dope. By the way, Zinli, DM me on Discord. I would love to chat with you about a couple things, by the way, because you've been a serious donator on the channel, and I do want to hook you up with something individually. So DM me when you can. I'm going to forget after stream, so you got to do it.
I don't feel forced to do Mythic Raid. Yeah, because you're not. And by the way,
I don't know.
Can people stop? Like, why do other people having gear that's better than you because they do harder? Why does it matter?
Yeah, on Discord, buddy. But the thing is it doesn't matter.
Why the fuck does it matter?
It doesn't.
Who gives a
It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Someone having better gear than me doesn't matter.
This is something we've spoken about so many times. Like, comparing yourself to the highest of levels is going to do nothing but fuck with your head. Why would I compare myself to a YouTuber that's getting hundreds of thousands of views a video? It's just gonna kill my vibe. You gotta know what you're doing now and be good with it, but also try to progress at your own level and time. Like, nah, man, play the game your way, bro. Like, stop comparing yourself. Have fun with your guild community. Don't compare yourself to mythic fucking... The Jones effect, Lance. You know why it matters. That's crazy. I'm 100% fine with heroics, so... What? So what? A liquid druid has a higher gear score. I'm happy with... Yeah, like... What the fuck? My current M+ players, this kind of design mechanism feels unfair. I mean, yeah, it's a problem right now, strictly if you're just playing Mythic Plus. Technically,
Bro,
sure.
But you could easily clear her. Like, you don't need the myth track trinket. Go do the heroic.
Yeah, like if you're clearing 15s, that's 10 times harder than a raid.
Bro, go do heroic.
Bro,
get yourself a hero, Jaster's Diamond.
How much do you think the gap between Mythic Dinar and non-Mythic Dinar is? By the way, it's not that much. In case you're wondering,
Who cares?
I think it's like 8 item level. What the fuck are we talking about? Take a breath and relax. And by the way, don't forget, Lance, they're upping the heroic gear by +6.
Yeah.
So like the gear cap where it's at now, I think it's -8 to the mythic cap, or 6 to the mythic cap. So you'll be able to hit that. I don't know. Item level doesn't make you a good player? Absolutely not. By the way, quick little breakdown. I saw a +14 the other day be done, and someone tweeted about it. They posted their team's gear score, a +14. Do you want to know what their average gear score of the group was? 641.
Wow.
And they timed a +14.
Yeah, that's insane.
You think item level fucking matters in this game? Lance, I was dealing 9 million DPS on a pole with my Elemental Shaman at 640 item level. 9 million DPS on one pole. And I'm shit with Ellie.
That's insane.
Imagine someone who's a master. Come on, dude. I can never get into the Mplex dungeon shit. It's WoW trying to be on COD PvP speed. It's all games and it's super annoying. Zinli, what games have you been playing nowadays, buddy? I miss hanging out with you. You were so fun to chill out and mac with in Discord, right? Remember how many times Josh Weldon...
Chain Lightning Andy.
That's crazy. Remember how many times Zinli would just be in that chat with you when you'd stream back in Wrath?
Oh, yeah. All day.
Just chilling with you the whole time.
All day.
What a Chad, man. The only issue I have with gear is the upgrade system. It's good for the game, but holy shit is it convoluted and bad. Raid isn't balanced to upgrade. You have to run Mythic Plus to farm crest. Yeah, when it comes to the upgrade system, Lance, what are the first couple things you think they should do?
Reduce the amount of currencies.
Okay, what would that take?
Drop the Valor Stones.
Bingo. What else?
Change the names of them all, too. If you're going to have all of them, it should just be like, I don't know. Maybe they should call it Normal, Hero, Myth. Maybe it should just be those
name
three.
It an uncommon carved crest.
Drop Explorer and drop Veteran completely.
No, maybe just Explorer. Just have Veteran.
Sure. Let Explorer be the max rank of Explorer.
Yeah.
But we don't need that crest.
That shit is crazy. We have, I think, like 5 or 6 different gear tiers. That's wild. To me, personally, that's wild. I think it's overdone. So the best form of protest is to cancel your sub.
Because you don't get free mythic loot, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if that's not a form freakout, I'm going to be honest, I really don't know what is at this point, because that's pretty crazy. The Nightfall event is the worst in WoW history. This is probably the worst event I have ever seen in the history of the game. 1 to 2 mobs spawning every few seconds with your player base desperately trying to get a tag. Most people are just mounted up waiting for the boss at the end. Oh, and listen, I'm going to let you guys know right now. I think thematically and the rewards you get from this are good. And I think they're cool. The way the event was designed, it could have been way better.
I will say now that it's working properly, it's not that bad.
Today I ran it. There were no additional, during the actual scenario, there were no mini objectives.
Oh, I got them all.
It was bugged. Yeah, it was bugged when I just did it today.
Weird.
So it's on and off. It's wrong. It's on and off. But, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you guys, and be freaking real with me right now, let's get 1s in the chat if you enjoy the Nightfall event for what it is, or 2s in the chat for thinking it's absolute hot dog water. You gotta let me know right now.
It's not terrible, but it's not good. I don't think this is one that a freak out we have to stay too long on. It's okay. It's just okay.
I would say 1.5. Yeah, actually, I kind of agree.
Yeah,
Drunk.
It's just okay.
Big 2s. CS is huge 2s. Matuba likes it. Victor says 2. Valkyrian says 2. Trojan 2. Candle 2. Rob with 1. I think thematically, I think for the story...
Have a good night, Reno.
Reno, much love, buddy. God bless, dude. Have a great, great, great night. I think it's good, but...
It's okay.
From a performance standpoint, it wasn't tested enough. And I'm going to be honest, it could have been done better. I like the quest. I also think the hub should have been a little bit cooler, a little bit bigger than just one tent. Like how did they make the Siren Isle?
Actually, I'll tell you the worst part about it. The amount of rep you get needs to be buffed by 100%.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Did a complete rotation. I got halfway through rank 1.
I have done the dailies every single day since it's been out. I'm only Renown 2 still.
That's diabolical.
Now, I'm not doing it on alts like some people, but still, that's crazy. Let's go to the next one. I don't think we got to stay on this one.
Okay. I will agree. So, guys, honestly, with the forum freakout, you got to let us know what you really think about this shit in the comment section below. I got to hear your thoughts. Let's continue. Yes or no, if something in the game is easily obtained, it has far less... Yes or no? If we're just saying yes or no, let's answer the thing. If something's easily obtained, it has less value.
Yes.
Theoretically, yes.
And that's with everything and
everything in
life.
If diamonds were easy to obtain, they would have less value.
Everything has less value when it's easier to attain.
Agreed.
And especially in World of Warcraft. My favorite transmogs are the ones I had to earn by playing difficult content.
Yes.
My favorite mounts
Yes.
are the ones that's why I used that. I was using my Zekvir mount, even though I don't even really love the way it looks.
The Dune event. Oh. Oh, nice. Okay, Zinley. Played Ascension, but doing it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we gotta link up, Josh. We gotta
I was using the Zekvir Zeppelin mount just because of how hard it is. Or it wasn't that hard, but whatever. It was an accomplishment. I like my Mage Tower appearances because of that same thing. I like getting current raid transmog just because, it's the current raid. Farming transmog from an old raid I didn't really farm and just getting it because, whoop-de-doo, I did the raid and one-shot everything. Doesn't feel that good. Yeah, but that's just everything in life.
I agree. If shit was easily obtained, it gets less value. Before we continue on this forum freakout, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 out of 5 on our shirts goal right now. If you guys are interested, want to see me make all of the shirts live on stream tonight, we fill out those last 2 shirt orders. I will make them live on stream and deliver them tomorrow morning to get in your door in just a couple of days. If you guys are interested, show some love. Let's make the shirts tonight, man. Let's hang out, goof off, and chill out together. 3 out of 5. We don't want raw donations here. You get something out of it. You'll see me make your shirt right here live on stream.
My Glory of Ulduar Proto Drake is my favorite mount. The
Wow.
time spent with my guild doing the achievement was memorable.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly it. By the way,
What about Bryant? What about Bryant saying he has his corrupted Ashbringer transmog? That is
that's insane.
Insanity. You know what I would do to get an original corrupted Ashbringer? Oh my god. These shirts are worth it. Trust. I got mine today. Shout out Trojan. Yeah, by the way, I've had a couple people say they got theirs today, and they said it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Fuck, who was it that walked down they walked down the Vegas... Oh, it was, Meletus, the Paladin.
Nice.
He walked down the Vegas Strip with it,
That's sick.
and someone asked about the shirt. Got mine today, too? Hell yeah. Okay, so it went there kind of fast. Dope. One button what? Oh, shit. Rank 1 prototype is in the chat, and he's fucking pissed. Okay, listen. You might have to call back on the stream, because we could talk about this all night, but...
The Circle K shirt is insane.
My wife called it my Circle K shirt. That's diabolical. 1 button rotation. It's not going to master the rotation. You're definitely going to be far from the best guy in the group if you're doing it. But it's just there to help you out because everyone's using an add-on called Killy right now, which does exactly that for you. So Blizzard wants to limit the amount of add-ons they have out there and try to make it inclusive into the game, help people make it more accessible to help them out. Try to increase the floor of the player's skill level, I guess, and have them learn their rotations easier. But there's also a rotation helper rather than just a 1-button rotation. But let's continue with this form freakout. It was utterly poor.
When I first started playing on my first character, my beloved troll mage who still exists, she was utterly poor, hardly a gold to her name. Got to the right level and had nowhere near the 40G for my mount, so my friends who cursed me with this obsession gave me the 40G and I purchased my first raptor mount. I was thoroughly in love, and in no time back then did the idea of getting another mount ever even occur to me. It wasn't a dream, it just didn't seem possible to me. Nowadays, I have hundreds of mounts. More arrive in my collection all the time, and the majority of them mean nothing to me. They arrive, they are there, I glance at them, and I move on. The value of getting something so easily obtained has become as close to zero as it can get. I can't help wishing that the early thrill of getting something, either through the kindness of others or the real effort involved. I know there's no going back, but I still can't help feeling a bit sad.
So...
I mean, I think that's just more of your first always being better.
Oh! First always better? Shit, not all the time, buddy.
Won't there just be an
CS.
add-on to get rid of the 0.2 second delay? LOL, what the fuck? What? No, it's not cooked, bro.
It's CS, it's integrated into the game. If they still want to use Achille, they can go use Achille without that. But the idea of this add-on is to, I mean, they said it in the video, nail on the head, to make shit more accessible for people who are already using it, that don't want that extra step of going to the add-ons, or teach people that have no interest in trying to perform the best in the game to get them that add-on anyway. There is a GCD delay in there to let you know, hey, this isn't going to give you peak performance by all means, and neither is the rotation assistant. It's just there to either help you learn your spec or class, or there to completely take the wheel for you like a fucking Tesla and do its best to get you to your destination safely.
I also want to say this, and people who watch WoW streams or look at YouTube videos and look up guides for their class, I think they don't realize how bad the majority of the WoW player base is. And I don't mean this as like I'm elitist and I'm better than everyone, but the majority of WoW players are clueless, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They probably have more fun in the game than you.
Absolutely.
But this is gonna help them, and that's cool too, man.
Max will be better now. That is diabolical. I imagine there were people who got the Serpent Mount from the shop after 100 kill who went, nice, next. Yeah, a lot of this is subjective. A lot of what this form freakout is about is subjective. Like, I still get very excited if I get even a heroic badass trinket. I get very excited. Like, I mean, all of it. Like, I got so hyped the other day getting a mythic priory in my vault. I was freaking out. I was like, I sent you a picture on my cell phone. I was like, yo, I got it. Let's go. Like, that's fucking hype. Like, I still get very hype. Is it going to diminish the value of it if rather than you going to the dungeon and getting it to drop in the chest or in the vault? No, in my opinion, it's still there.
Seeing that thing light up and be there is
it's still freaking awesome. It's all very subjective, in my opinion. This whole take is.
Let's go to the next segment.
You want to go to the next segment? Which one is?
Let's.
Okay.
And this one is a fast one. Okay. This is not a 10-minute one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man. We're doing really good right now. A lot of things with forums, a lot of things with news, but I think it's time to really quickly go take a trip down memory lane, right? All right, let's take a quick stroll down memory lane where we revisit iconic moments from WoW, old YouTube gems, and the legendary clips that shaped the game we all fell in love with. Now, let's jump right into it. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up, man. We're going to make this one very quick. This is a really badass video that was very popular back in the day. It's from a creator called Nim. Is it Nim? Or I always forget how to properly pronounce the name. It's Mage, okay? This is one of the most famous WoW videos back in the day. It's a nice little parody.
I mean, we must have watched this.
I've seen this 100 times.
Yeah, we used to listen to this on repeat.
So if you guys know this one, you gotta let me know it sounds familiar right now, either in the comments or right now in the live chat. Let's get into it.
Mad cow.
Than a bucking Joe, just so our tank can get a couple more cinnamon rolls. Arcane intellect for everyone, so they should know. But now I'm out of mana and they're already ready to go. They like my sheep, they like my water and my
Man.
Bryant, we relived that again at the fresh launch of the TBC servers going into Wrath when they just put you in the Wrath pre-patch at the start.
Lived it.
Yeah, Sky was
I was
1v7ing people.
I was dominating in Wrath of Lich King pre-patch on my Blood Oath Rep Pally this time around. Bro, I would combine the it was like the big nuke on the engineer and the level. It was like the mortar charge, or what is it called? The Goblin Sapper charge. I'd combine the TBC version of it with my like regular bomb that you would throw, and then because it's off the GCD, the explosion, so I would throw the bomb, the big explosion one, into a freaking Wings Divine Storm. Holy shit! It was so much fun. Yeah, Max knows all about it. Yo, but man, what a trip down memory lane, dude. Have you guys ever heard of this video or what? Is this your first time watching this video? I know a couple of you said it, but a couple have also known this song. This was old school mage warlock beef. I don't need or want your water, and your healers need your water to keep you alive, but not me. Yo, that's crazy. Zinli knows about the warlock mage beef, dude. Yeah, this was an absolute banger.
In the video, he has to throw a little shade of Shadow Priest too, right?
Yeah,
Fuck him,
for
right?
sure, for sure. Even shamans too. That's such a mage thing to do, bro.
Mage players are always the freaking
toss out, just shitting on people. Didn't they fix it? I remember soloing dungeons. Oh no, yeah, no. You could solo dungeons for sure on a Ret Paladin pre-patch. You were so fucking strong. To AoE farm and boost people up, you wouldn't go as prot. You'd actually just continuously pull as a ret.
It's insane.
Up until it's the the really high end tier shit, but because you got consecration in TBC, it wasn't a talent anymore. But man, I play WoW meme song. Damn.
Oh yeah, I already have that on the list of
that's a
of ones to put on memory
good
lane.
one, Candle. Bro, that's a diabolical one. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was that's the quick trip down memory lane. We got one more big boy segment for you guys here. Before we go, we went through the news. We did everything. Listen, that we had to do. But honestly, Lance, I think right now, is it time for a hot take debate? All right, welcome to the hot take debate, where each week we pull a spicy, outrageous World of Warcraft opinion, and Lance has to defend it no matter how bad it is. And me, I'll be on the other side, tearing it down and calling out the nonsense. At the end of the day, it's up to you, the viewer, to decide, was it actually facts or just pure nonsense? This is Hot Take Debate. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know what time it is, man. It's the hottest, flamiest, spiciest segment on planet Earth, and it's happening now in your living room on the Wednesday night Comeback City Pod.
Office. Or on the shitter if you're on the toilet.
Yeah, maybe sometime.
Shitter
Hot
podcast.
steak. It's time for the hot steak debate. Yo, listen, you guys know what time it is, and by the way, I think all of you guys are gonna be pretty damn interested in this one. Because let's take a look here. Let's reveal it together. The hot take debate of tonight is Season of Discovery just retail minus? First of all, I gotta hear your guys' opinion right now on this. Is Season of Discovery, has it just become at this point retail minus? Now, and the reason why we're bringing this up is because a long time ago, we did an interview with some developers. I'm going to leave them nameless. And they stated how their whole goal is to not make Season of Discovery feel like retail minus. They want to keep it as classic as possible. Music Tyler. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. I need a dialer. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
I'm only had that producer, huh?
I'm only human, dude. There's a lot of shit to keep track of. I am so sorry. So, yeah, the question is, you got to ask yourself, at this point with Season of Discovery, is it retail minus? What are some of the things they've added to change the game? Because you got to understand, and we're not, by the way, this isn't a bad mouth segment. It's something that's important to talk about because the devs said they did not want this to happen. And now, at this point, we feel it definitely has. Lance, you want to talk a little bit about this?
So I want to go down a little trip. I want to take a little trip down memory lane, right?
Again.
Okay, not the segment. What if you just
bring up the Nim video?
Play the fucking song again? No. I want to go back to phase 1, right, of SOD, where there was no extra leveling boost. There were...
Yo, by the way, how many of you guys in here played Season of Discovery and agree phase 1 of Season of Discovery was the best phase out there, bar none? Let us hear it.
Yeah, no. In phase 1, the world... there was no mounts.
True, Josh.
Right? No one had gold, so you didn't have these warlock summoning, networks everywhere. You had to run around to get your runes. It was taking you... Shit, some of your runes took you to the other faction zones. I remember Warriors in particular had to go to Red Ridge. And the world felt massive while keeping you still in a very small amount of zones.
Yeah.
Not only that, the gameplay still felt very classic, right? Like, no rotations felt out of the ordinary. Like, if you said, oh, this is your rotation for classic, yeah, that sticks. That fits in.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
BFD was a
phenomenal raid.
Great raid.
Phenomenal.
And
it was
honestly,
also short.
That's another reason it was so good. It was a quick, once your guild got good, it was a 30-minute little run.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Right? All the boss fights still felt classic, but had more mechanics than any regular vanilla raid ever did. And it just felt like Vanilla Plus. It actually did feel like Vanilla Plus.
It genuinely, at the beginning of Season of Discovery, it felt like classic plus. Like, every spec got, if they're lucky, some minor talent changes, because I think they did very, very, very minor ones, I think specifically to Paladin. But you had a couple of little things, some runes. I think there were 3 total at the time of Phase 1, but they weren't absolutely game-changing because it was a low level, but they helped you out a little bit for each spec individually. Survival Hunter technically could be online. Enhancement Shaman, Dual Wield, you get offhand Lava Lash. Technically, it's online. Retribution Paladin, you had your Crusader Strike. You had, I think you had Divine Storm in Phase 1. You had Exorcism on the target. You're online. Balanced Druid got free Wrathcast. Like, it felt so good. Phase 1 was an absolute smash hit banger, top to bottom.
Was pretty good.
Yeah,
the
no, it was good.
Event was pretty good.
It was very cool.
It was cool.
It was very cool.
It gave you reasons to go in there and fight.
And there were also some serious competition between Horde and Alliance there sometimes. Like, there would be times where I go there and I get my ass whooped, and then times where I go there and I'm farming kids.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was very awesome.
And then at the end of Phase 1, before Phase 2, we had that interview with Agric.
It's true, we did.
And, well, I remember asking him, how do you guys plan on, because I saw the writing on the wall before they even announced what the Phase 2 runes were going to be. I saw the writing on the wall from the power creep from Phase 1, where it's like, wait, hold on a second. These level 25 items in BFD are literally better than pre-BIS level 60 items in Classic.
We compared it in a video. I don't know if you remember. We made a World of Warcraft news video on SOD, and we took the BFD staff that was in the raid and compared it to a staff from Blackrock Depths, and they were incredibly close in power. Think about this. Level 25 getting a level 58 item staff in terms of power.
It was better than Staff of Jordan, which was pre-BIS for
It was incredible, the gear you can get in there. So we asked, we're like, how in the hell is this not going to get out of control by a mile? Like, this is going to get ridiculous. Like, I don't know the percentage, I don't remember, but it was right there. I think the spell power on the staff from the first 25? Raid, I think it was 26.
26.
And then Staff of Jordan is, I think, 28 or 29 or 30, one of those. 3 spell power off? Are you insane? That's an epic staff. People go pre-BIS into that in the Molten Core.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna give me, it should have been like 7 to 8 spell power. They scaled things too hard, but that's besides the point. Season 1 was very, very good.
Well, I still want to stay on that interview, right? We asked about power creep. They said, yeah, no worries. We're gonna make sure it's, it stays tasteful. And they're like, these items from BFD, you're not gonna replace them with your Season 2 loot. That's not what's gonna happen. I was like, okay. Well, then what's the point of raiding in Phase 2? Okay. But I was like, okay, you know what? Whatever, it's fine. But then the Phase 2 loot comes out. It's even stronger.
It's way stronger. By the way, you want to know what's funny? A brief little spoiler alert for you guys in chat. I was dealing more damage in Phase 2 on my Enhancement Shaman than in Phase 3. They nerfed me going into a new phase because it was over the top. I was at like 1,000 plus DPS on my Shaman, absolutely annihilating everything. Because when you're lower level, the stat values of individual stats are scaled to the moon. That's why there's like level 1 twinks out there who can't get hit and they're one-shotting people level 15. Because the stat values are incrementally just by a mile so much stronger. So Phase 2, we got so strong. People are in the thousands of DPS by level 40. And we're all asking the question, if we're level 40, what's it going to be like at level 50? What's it going to be like pre-BIS level 60? What's it going to be like when we're best in slot at the end of the game? Now we're at the point in Season of Discovery where people are dealing so much fucking damage.
Not only that, they said that by the end, once you're BIS geared for the new raid, the Scarlet Enclave, you're going to be doing 30 to 40% more damage than you did in Max. 30 to 40%. Which is insane. But Then I remember Adrian very clearly saying, listen, we want to make sure that we keep SOD in the spirit of Classic. We don't want to add level boosts. We don't want to add things that take you out of the world. We want to keep this as a Classic Plus experience and not a retail minus. Now, a lot of...
naughty.
A lot of people who play SOD and defend SOD, which, by the way, I've gotten into arguments with friends of mine. I'm like, they don't understand why people back in the day were like, oh, I don't want to play retail because they add level boosts. They give welfare epics. They make it so easy to level up, and they do all these things to make the game easier and give you more, just to make it more accessible.
So let me break down for you what SOD took from things like retail.
Okay.
They have a token system where in dungeons, by the way, retail doesn't even have this anymore, by the way. This was a TBC Wrath thing. They have John, what's going on? Good looking. How we doing? They have the token system where you get tokens after each dungeon boss. You can literally buy loot guaranteed.
Also, like
badges. They don't even do that in retail.
Got it.
Okay? You also have now something that is so crazy. You can take any tier set from any version of tier or dungeon or raid that you've done and completed, and you can take a token that you've earned and go purchase instantly any tier set bonus you want in the game to put on your character whenever you want.
Okay.
So, not only that, they added...
Wait, so items being iconic is gone now?
What do you mean?
Like armor sets and tier sets being iconic.
Tier sets?
Gone.
Yeah, no, they're pretty much just visuals and stats.
Nice.
The sets don't matter anymore because you can just go to the shoulder enchant and say, hey, I want this instead.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom. Which, by the way, retail has never done. Not only that, they're bringing a legendary Ashbringer into the game, which has never been there, which I think is a really cool idea. I don't think there's anything that much wrong with it. But hunters and warriors can use it. That is a fucking meme in its own. Now, I don't mind the idea of saying SOD is retail minus because they're doing everything in their power to rush you into that end game, because the main highlight of SOD now at this point is the end game. It's not about the journey. It's not about the discovery, which is Season of Discovery. You could log in, and this happened to me the other day. I leveled from level 50 to level 60 in less than an hour.
Wait, you did 50 to 60?
I got boosted in less than an hour. I sat there AFK 50 to 60 in less than an hour. Do you understand what I just said? In Classic World of Warcraft, to get one level in level 50 up, it would take 4, 5, 6 hours each level. I went 10 levels in less than an hour.
Well, I want to say this, guys. For anyone who enjoys SOD, listen, it's good to enjoy SOD. If you enjoy it, that's fine.
SOD. I wish SOD was good. I would have never left SOD. But guess what? The truth of the matter is, SOD has absolutely changed, and it's almost sort of Frankensteined itself to not only a retail minus, because that's absolutely what the game is. You go ask original Classic players what they think, and people who are playing those servers, they're like, SOD is a private server. It's like a private server. And by the way, I don't disagree, because it kind of is. You're getting these legendary weapons that should have never been in Classic. Like,
I'm okay within a Classic Plus environment adding new legendaries.
Sure, but also adding Ashbringer is a very weird thing to do, and just the lore-wise.
There's a reason they never added it until Legion. There's a reason they never added Frostmourne.
But also, giving it to hunters or warriors as well is diabolical.
Maybe warriors, because Horde needs to be able to wield it.
It is diabolical to do something like that. It is so offensive to the weapon in itself and the lore, and it makes me feel like they don't care about the integrity of Classic or retail, because at this point they know this shit. I don't want to say this to hurt anyone's feeling. They know SOD is a joke, and they could just, fuck it, experiment. Legendary Ashbringer,
I am wondering,
crazy, have fun.
How does no one veto them letting like adding Ashbringer and letting other people besides
I
Paladin
think it's because
and
they
maybe Warrior use
know
it.
they let everyone say, hey, it's a meme. Like, we're kind of memeing with this whole thing now. By the way, it's sad because I think Sod had so much potential. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you honestly think at this point in Sod's life it is just retail minus? Genuinely, no bullshit, and I'm not trying to hate, but like, based on all the factors of how many things it's taken from the best parts of every version of WoW and sort of trying its best to sort of Frankenstein something. Yeah, it's tough right now. It's tough, and it's out of control. There's so many things that they're giving the players and doing the players for free, and like, there's so many private server-esque.
But it's not even that. They've
things.
lost the spirit of what Classic was.
GG4 Casual Dad, much love, buddy. Original Classic was a job. I do agree.
No, I disagree. The journey, you do the journey, yeah, sure, it takes a long time, but that's the whole point of the game. And then once you hit level 60, there's not really shit to do.
Well,
there's less to do at level 6. Like,
remember that YouTube series of that guy spending an hour a day leveling? I wonder where he's at right now.
Yeah, but that's even I have more than an hour. Like, maybe if you take it over the course of a week, it's an hour a day. I could play 7 hours a week. But
bro, let's be honest. Classic leveling, it's fun and it's cool in its own sense. It is a job. It's exhausting. Let's not sit here. Let's not sit here and pretend that it's not. It's very fun, and if I was stuck on a desert island, that would be my #1 pick on a game I would play alone. Classic World of Warcraft. Sign me up. I would take that. I'll go play it alone, and I'll enjoy my ass. Like, at this point, it's not even retail light or retail minus. It's straight up stepchild of borrowed private servers.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Damn, that's a good one. It's a stepchild of borrowed private servers.
Yeah, it's sad because I'll be honest with you. It was phase 1 is some of the most fun I ever had.
Yeah, I agree.
Funny enough, not playing a priest for the first time ever.
Yeah, no, it was fun though. Lance, do you have anything you want to say lastly on this debate before we just wrap it up and continue?
I really do wish that they
didn't tell you that.
No, I really wish that they kept the spirit of Classic a little bit more. And I don't know. I don't want to assume anything about the team over there because I don't know shit. But it really does feel like maybe they don't know their WoW history.
If you want my honest, absolute, brutal opinion, the way that team has handled Sod from phase 3 onward is some of the worst I think I've ever seen anything handled. I don't know their full situation. I know they were probably controlled by having to do a lot of different things, get Cataclysm Classic out and focus attention there. But if it was up to me, no matter what, at the end of the day, technically, they're responsible for the future of that game moving forward if they were going to take on that project. And in my personal opinion, from phase 3 onward, they did not do a good job. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, and I could be biased.
And I agree.
I love Season of Discovery. That game made me tons of money, and it progressed my career and progressed the channel forward, tens of thousands of subscribers, and we had interviews and all this stuff. Nestle Crunch, welcome to the Comeback Kids, baby. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, let me get some huges in the chat for the new member. And if you're a member, Nestle Crunch, shout out that huge. You just got a brand new emoji. But overall, I think the devs mishandled that whole sort of thing personally moving forward phase 3 onward. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're 2 more shirt orders away from 5 total shirts on the week sold to you guys going to your door. If you guys are interested, get 2 more orders out before the stream ends, and I'll just say fuck it and do it live on stream with you guys really quick here and deliver it out to your door tomorrow. Get it shipped out. So if you guys are interested, you want to show some love, you don't got to donate, you don't got to give money for free, you can get something out of it and do your thing. So if you guys want to check it out, we have limited time merch. By the way, Nestle Crunch, thank you so much for the Comeback Kid membership gift. That was insane. Mike D just got gifted, so absolutely shout out to you. I farted in my hand, it smelt it. It stinks. Any advice?
Wash your hands.
Do your best, Dave, to run to that bathroom, up it turn around, get a good stretch, lean down, and shove it right back up your fucking ass. What's the limited one to how many? Oh, the limited one is the Goblin one. I will play the ad for you really quick. So if you guys are interested in the merch, check this out real quick.
Okay, the wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. The first official merch drop from the Comeback Kids is here. We've got 2 classics, our clean and bold Comeback Kids logos, but we also got the real deal. Our very first limited edition exclusive one-time drop, the Retro Goblin Comeback Kids design. And once this shirt is gone, it's gone for good. Don't wait too long because we don't want you missing out. Hit the link in the description below to head on over to the site and grab your merch to rep the Comeback Kids in style today.
Okay.
Begging me.
Sounds good. I will make Josh Williams a shirt. So if you guys are interested, man, we got the limited Goblin design. It is designed based off the patch we're currently in now, the Liberation of Undermine. We have, I believe now, with the last 2 orders, I think 10 or 9 left at max. And once they're gone,
we just got more, yeah,
they are absolutely gone forever. There is probably 9 to 10 left. Absolutely max, and we're not reordering them again.
Once all of those
it's
prints
done.
are gone, we're not
out of stock.
We're not gonna make more.
No more.
We want to keep it. We want to keep it exclusive for the people who bought it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Josh, we have large, extra large, and double XL. You let me know what you need, and I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, we need 2 more shirt orders. If you guys are interested, I'm not trying to sit here and fucking spam you and try to get your money, because I'm trying to give you something too. And I love making these shirts so much. It actually brings me a lot of joy. So if you guys are interested, genuinely, I would love to make the shirts with you guys live on stream tonight. I did it last week. It was a lot of fun. We chilled out, had some snacks, talked World of Warcraft, old school MMOs like City Heroes, EverQuest and stuff. We could all just mac and chill out. I have the Ozempic size and no excuses. That's diabolical. That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got that shirt on right now? Oh, shit. You know, Lance, we have to send out an email blast to everyone who's ordered one to get maybe some selfies of them in the shirts to put in the trailers. You want to do that, or we're skipping that work, right?
I was just sending them all on Discord.
Hold on, guys. I'll handle this. So we don't need to do the work, right? I'll make the trailers. I'll print it out. Lance, when do you come in and get the pictures? Ladies and gentlemen, can I get some yikes in the chat for Lance dicking me over? Let me get some yikes in the chat. Yikes in the chat. Yikes in the chat. Let's go. Yikes in the chat.
I mean, listen, bro. What do you want
Don't
from
bully
me?
Lance. I can't bully Lance, bro.
I made the website.
We stand with Lance.
I ship them all out.
We stand with Lance.
You know?
Lance doesn't do anything for us. Now, listen, let me tell you something. Lance is absolutely the brains in all this. I would have never even came up with this idea, bro. You think I have the energy to start something like this? I am cooked right now. And then on top of it, figure out the website. I don't got fucking time to do that shit. Or like get the LLC and get the business and tie it all together in the Wix and connect the stores. And it's fuck that.
It's almost like I do some of that stuff in my day job anyway.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, I'll give it probably 5 to 10 more minutes. By the way, Lance, if you want to head out of here, you're more than welcome. I'll chill here for 5 to 10 more minutes and see if anyone is interested. CBKmerchshop.com, dude.
Oh, I got
Liz, what's going on, baby? How we doing,
just got
dude?
a picture. Someone wearing their shirt, so joke's on you.
Let's go. 5 more linnets. That's crazy. Where do we post it in Discord? You could DM it to Lance or post it somewhere specifically.
You could post it in general or send it to me, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, man, let us. I'll give it 9 more minutes now. Final chance, and it's okay, bro. Absolutely, you guys have done so much supporting. I just wanted to maybe do something to give back directly. I know some of you guys like hanging out, watching the shirt process.
Also,
if
thanks
not,
to
you'll save me.
Thanks to Dasher, even though he did miss the assignment technically, he did donate $18, which did make the total up to $20. I guess you do have to post that interview. For
No,
me,
I can't.
For the love of God.
I deleted that shit. You did terrible. Yikes in the chat.
I'm gonna message the guy and say, hey, you know that hour-and-a-half interview we did? We're never gonna post it.
That was just for me personally.
That's just for my wife to watch.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, so what are you guys doing tonight? What do you guys have for dinner anyways? Wednesday nights. What do you guys usually eat on Wednesday nights, dude? Just out of curiosity. Big curiosity.
Honestly.
Yikes. As a chat. Nice. As a chat. Being bad.
Dasher, you bought a shirt too? What the hell are you doing, man?
Did you really buy a shirt? Why'd you buy a shirt, Dasher?
You dog, you.
Dasher's a fucking... I mean, black bean burgers. Really? How are those? I mean, I used to eat those all the fucking time because I was actually vegan. Oh shit, we got a double order?
Trojan, are you vegan?
No, no, he's not vegan. Buy it. I don't buy Trojan being vegan for shiza. Leftover chicken and soba. Ooh. Let me cover Lance's face.
Yikes.
My wife and son are vegetarian. I'm not. Oh, that's cool of you, though. What a fire thing to do. Holy.
Shit.
Yikes. In the chat. Oh, yeah. So technically tonight, guys, we already got 2 goblin orders. So I think that leaves it to 9 left total.
Yeah, and you got a 8. Make that 8.
8? What do you mean?
For Joshy boy.
Oh,
Joshy Williams needs one. He's been asking for me before I even printed
So
them.
is he placing an order on Wix or no? Or
No. He's gonna sell me for like.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I just got another order right now.
Did we really? Oh shit.
Yes.
Happening again. Oh shit.
Where's Max?
And it's the goblin one. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen.
7.
I think we're down to 7 goblins total. Oh shit.
Yeah, they'll be gone by next week.
Oh shit. And once they're gone, they're gone for good. Yo, I'm giving you guys FOMO like Blizzard. You guys are cooked.
When we designed these and we ordered the shirts, when we ordered all of the goblin shirts,
I didn't think
we were gonna sell out.
No, I thought we were gonna have to give them away for free. I'm gonna be real. I like 100%. I thought we were gonna sell like maybe 10 shirts total. Bro, that's crazy.
Bro,
hell yeah, Dasher.
Dasher, you're a king.
Let's fucking go.
I'll be real. I didn't think we were gonna sell out of these shirts.
You got one Wayside? Is that true? Oh shit! Wayside.
Another order.
Oh no.
Josh Weldon. Yeah. You better get your ass to it. All right, let's start getting this.
Bro, I am gonna be completely honest though. I really don't want to do it right now. I'm tired, bro.
Why you do this?
Well, guys, why'd you fucking do this to me, man? No, god damn it!
Why do you do this shit?
You sons of bitches! Oh my god, we're down to 5. That's 5 shirts left. Oh my god.
He's saying now he doesn't want to have to.
Why did I do that shit?
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to do it, but then.
Or I went to bed so late last time. Oh,
why? But why did you do this shit?
It's for the cause,
bro. Fuck. Why don't you just say, hey everyone, if you order, well, I'll make them tomorrow morning. Like, why do you?
People love seeing it on stream,
bro.
Guys, don't you guys like to see it on stream? Where's Star? Is she ready for the session tonight? I'm gonna be honest. I might be packed.
Oh.
Okay, are they at least mostly goblin? Fuck, the goblins one are the longest ones to do, by the way. Fuck. Retro Drive extra large. Okay.
Thank God. By the way, those shirts came in today. The large and extra large, huh?
Oh, it says unfulfilled for Trojan's order a while ago. Why did it say that?
Trojan got his though.
Yeah, you have to put fulfilled on that.
Trojan, I just want to confirm.
Oh shit.
You did get your order, right?
Shirt.
I think I forgot to fulfill it on the website.
No, he got it. Retro Drive 2 times large. Oh shit, chat.
Okay, cool.
Oopsies. I might be in
trouble. That's right. You said you were wearing it. I'm gonna start putting this shit over.
All right. I mean, fuck. Do I need Lance to stay? Yo, guys, finish out the goblins. Let's make Lance stay. No, actually, I'm just joking. Don't fill out the goblins. I can't do all that tonight. I literally, mentally, I don't think I can even do what I'm doing now. I might be in trouble. Oh, I can stay. I can stay, but I don't really have to. Bye, Sky. Bye, Sky. Dinner waiting. I have a baby and a wife. Whatever. Lance. Oh, Jesus. Bro. You just put in an order. Did we just get another one? No. No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 total. Oh, shit. Chat, we had a good run. Can I get some rips in the chat to my sleeping schedule? I need to go tell Star real quick. Lance, stay on stream for a second. It's it. We had a good run, guys. She could punch me 1 year. That's crazy. I'll be right back.
You want to get this thing out of my face so I can see? Yeah, I gotta see myself. You know. Wow, guys. I think what we're gonna do, because it's probably gonna be here for another hour and a half, 2 hours making these shirts again. I think I'm gonna run to the house real quick, make sure everything is good over there with the wife, make sure the baby's okay and asleep, and then come back and help tonight so I don't feel like a dick like last week. But, you know, it's just, you know, day job I gotta be at in the morning, plus the baby. But, yeah, I felt like a real dick. Felt like a dick last time, guys. Josh, you're out? Well, Josh, we're gonna get your shit shipped out, so that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I could just dip out on him and say, peace out, loser, and then he'll, you know, I mean, he's got to make the shirts. Now, he's the one who put himself in this situation, right? But, as a brother and as a partner, I feel like I owe it to him to help out. I don't know. Listen, that's just me, right? I just try to do my part as much as I can. But we'll see what happens, you know? It is what it is. Figure it out. See how he feels about if I should stay or go. Get some of your tears on mine. I'll put a lot more than my tears on it. Yeah, I'll probably help him out this time, to be honest with you. I will probably have to run home for a minute, but... Oh, actually, shit. I'm not going to get to raid this weekend, guys. On Saturday, I'm not going to be able to make raid. I'm going to have to miss the old raid this week. Yikes. I'm going to see a Pearl Jam cover band on Saturday night. That my uncle bought me a ticket for, so I'd feel like a dick if I didn't go with him. Also, it'll be one of my first times going out just myself without the baby. Yeah, bro, I'm going to see a Pearl Jam cover. Funny, because my dad just went to go see real Pearl Jam last weekend. Didn't invite me. So, what a dick that guy is. Imagine, he knows Pearl Jam's one of my favorite bands. Didn't invite me to go see him when he went. What a dick. But yeah, gonna be going to see that band. My uncle's probably gonna buy me a lot of drinks. It's one of my first nights ever going out without the baby, so we'll see how that goes. Gonna probably get super drunk for the first time in about over a year now. That would be cool, you know? No, definitely no Slipknot for me. Pearl Jam's your favorite band? That's pretty... Yeah. Dasher, they're one of my favorites, bro.
Okay. I think it's time to get this gravy train a-rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I do have my wonderful assistant, Star, here to help me cut some stuff. If you guys want to say hi to Star, that is my my glorified girlfriend. You guys want to say hi? 5 foot tall, Caucasian, long blonde hair, like halfway her body. Say what's up. Show some. I'm trying to give a visual She's a little nervous coming on stream, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Guys, show some love to Star. She loves doing this stuff, even though she has work in the morning. Very nice. Zinley says, what's up? Okay. Now... Sure you got that? Bro, fucking man, get off me. Oh, shit. Dasher says, hi, Star, we love you. Rob says, hi, Star. Without you, Sky, would be infinitely less cool. Retgore says, hi, Star. Man, you guys are so cool, dude. Showing love to the lady, you know? You sons of bitches. You guys are dogs.
Am I packed?
Sky, do not send me that shirt I ordered. Give it away. Oh, shit. Which shirt? Wait, Nestle, which shirt is, or what's your name? I need to know your name. I need to know your name. I need to know your name in the chat. I said I need to know your name. Nestle, I need to know your name in the chat. Oh shit, guys, we're back. And we're doing the duo shirt presser. Okay. Activate. Yo, guys. We're going crazy again tonight. And my woman's gonna kill me. I'm up late again. Yo, guys, I'm up late. I feel like a kid that just got, like, Christmas presents. And I shouldn't be opening them. You know what I mean? Brandon Wada. Okay, I got you. I'll text that to Lance. Guys, that officially means we do have a shirt order for giveaway. It is a... Let's see what you ordered. Hold on. Brandon Waddell. You did order a goblin, I believe. Yeah, you did. You ordered a goblin. Oh, shit. We have a goblin order technically up for giveaway. So if you guys want a chance to get it... Oh, shit. That's kind of crazy. How do I even do that? A random, like, giveaway pool? Who hasn't got a shirt who's here all the time? Is there anyone who's here all the fucking time, every stream? / roll 100. Holy shit. Oh shit. Got some room? Alright, I gotta raise this camera, guys. Give me a second. Yo. Who? Oh, Rob. Okay, that is true. What about Kiko? Did he get one? Rob, it might have to go to you. Oh, no, there's a lot more people on YouTube, Zinley. I think we peaked at like 55 tonight. I'll have to check. Let me see. We peaked at 58. Holy shit, that's a new record on YouTube. Holy shit, that's a lot of people. Insane peak. That's a record. Crazy. The gob and the car. Okay, cool. Alright, Star. We got Star. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, let me show Star the orders. So the unfulfilled is what we're looking at. So need a drive logo. One drive logo. Oh shit, yeah, wow. Guys, isn't this kind of the dream? Like, being a content creator and like your girlfriend helps you with stuff that's ridiculous? Isn't this kind of like the dream right now, guys? Benny Blanco. Okay, Lance. You're so lucky. Okay, Lance, first up is the Comeback Kids Retro Drive Double XL. I know, you're gonna organize it. You can even organize it there, one by one. Oh, first, raise that. What's the little thing on the pole? Raise it high as you can. Bingo. Yo, guys, she's a real one, bro. Better wife her up. I'm scared of her though. She's very tough. She'll beat me up if I don't, so I have to. Bro, take the mouse. Oh yeah, the double XLs. Yeah, the double XL is top right here. Right, you see on that box? Those are the double XL. Eating the rest of my Chinese? Ah, shit! Bro, I don't know. I'll tell you right now. I'm fat, Lance. Calm down. Okay, so it's a one double XL. There's like an easy way. 10-inch deep gap. No way to show what's worth it instantly. Customize. I don't see. Oh, I can see it there. I'm trolling, chat. Chat, I'm trolling. Chinese? Yeah, by the way, Star made me some Chinese today. It was insane. Okay, so I got that one. Justin Wilcott. Oh, God. Chat. Chat, we're live, by the way, making shirts. Here I am, Daniel Jones, live, stealing TVs. All right, Justin Wilcott. 2x XL retro drive, so we gotta make sure we have that one first. 2x XL Goblin. So let's get those done first. Boom, chat. Boom, chat. Justin Big Cock? No. Justin Wilcott. Close, though. So, Goblin double XL large. Okay. So, next up is... This guy is cute when he gets all excited. Thanks, Dasher, buddy. I love you. Dash is my dog. Dash is my boy. Yo, where's Max? Max is usually here. What's going on? Hey, oh, yeah, he went to go pick up Tay. Yeah, I don't listen. So you got that one done too? Okay, now I need 2 extra larges. That's on the bottom up there. So 2 extra larges. Actually, 3 extra larges. Yeah, 3 extra larges and then 2 more double XL. That's it. Star. Let's see. So Lance is on shirts. Star is on cuts. 1 retro car, which you just did. 2 retro cars, so 1 more retro car. And that's it. He came in here to cut 2. Chat, let's get some hypes in the chat for Star. She's insane. It's XL. 1, 2, 3. Ow. 2XL is a lot of orders. 2XL is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 2XLs. No, because of different orders. I think 2. Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat. Star is here. Cutting up tracks. Oh. Guys, are we cooking right now or what? Guys, we're kind of insane today, dude. Get me another energy drink. We're staying up all night. Mythic plus 10s. Mythic plus 10s. A Mythic plus 10s. Oh, God.
Listen, we're just
Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I stream? Stream, are we live? Oh, no, we're live. Okay. Ooh, that was scary. Something blacked out. It blacked out on me. I don't know why. So we should have total, Lance. How many shirts should we have out is the question. We should be good? Okay, thank you guys. We should have total shirts out as of right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shirts out right now. Okay. Okay. Now, what I need is... all of these times. Honestly, Lance, the only thing you need to work on is packaging the actual shirts when we're done with them, and I'll handle the rest. All right, I'm just going to start making them. How about that? 2 times XL Retro. Just Goblin right now? Yo, chat, we're doing the Goblin right now. Guys, this is insane what we're doing. This is insane. You guys have never seen something like this before. This is once of a lifetime opportunity as a viewer and a friend, as well as guildmates. No one's doing it like the Comeback Kids right now. We're actually insane tonight, chat. We are making shirts live here on stream. By the way, I need to back out that camera. And zoom out on that one. The people need the view. Check this out, chat. We're live. Star is here. Star, come say hi. I love you. Good night. Big shirt orders. Big shirt orders. Live in the chat. Live in the chat. Yo, we're doing good. Wayside's here. Give it out the hypes. All right, so we got... I need to measure. Top part in the Ziploc. Top, no, the little... There's somewhere? Unless they're not. We'll figure it out. We'll find it. I need my goblin designs. Okay. And then I need a goblin design. I'm off till the 5th because I almost cut off my pinky with the saw. Nice. That's fucking sick, dude. At least you didn't. And now you're off. All right? Is the pinky barely hanging on or what? Can I get some hang on in the chat for his pinky? Let's get some. Holding now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe my pinky almost fell off. You know what would be great to have in a stream like this is Izzy. It's kind of sad. I miss my boy, man. I miss Izzy, man. I miss Izzy. My dog, dude. He's one of the OGs. One of my best friends. Such a good guy, man. Okay. cannot move forward without these measuring. Take over and I'll look. Yo, we got to give away one of these shirts, by the way. Someone bought one as a giveaway. Limited edition Goblin Comeback Kids design.
Yo, we're out here, boys. Max, where the hell have you been? You bastard. You. So, we got some huge shirt order. Max, you missed it. We had a very, very good amount of shirt orders. Woo! Have them roll on the shirt. Ah, we could do a nice little roll. We could do a roll. Wait. Wait, hold on. I don't know if is there a way to roll like that in this chat though. That's the problem. I don't think we have a way to roll like that, guys. Maybe if there was a way, could someone get people in a group in game? Someone make a raid in game, invite anyone who would want a free shirt. And then let us know who wins. Boom. What did I say? I could trust Trojan to get it done. There's one person I would trust to do something like that, it'd be Trojan. Yes, chance at a free shirt. Get in-game. X up in chat. They're gonna make a raid in-game. Crunch, make sure you're in that group because I want you to verify. You're the one who paid for the shirt. Let everyone who's in the game, just tell them if you want a chance at a free shirt, let them get in there. Fuck it, bro. But if they win, they better get their ass in the stream. Come on. Where? We're having a problem finding the measurement thing so that we can make sure that the shirts are level and in the right position. You know what I mean? I think keep it. No. By the way, Josh, listen. And by the way, I make shirts even for my job. You know, I make some shirts for the tattoo place, and no, definitely I can't eyeball it. You should see that shit looks crazy when I try. You know how many shirts I've messed up in my day? Woo! Tell you something. Shit ain't good. Shit ain't good. I think this time around, I'm gonna be the one to make the shirts. Good night. Fuck Sky. You know what, Sky? Get the fuck out of here. My stream, my house now. Just for all the years you lived with me rent-free, you motherfucker. I'm just kidding, guys. I wouldn't talk to him that way. Come on. I wouldn't talk to him that way, you know? Hold on. Hold.
Yo, you guys don't know, but Lance is a shirt, like, innovator. He came up with the idea for the shirts. Yo, are we gonna listen to some... What kind of music you want to listen to, Lance? No. What the fuck are you talking about? We're talking about, like, old games. We need some old music, like, from MMOs. You want City Heroes
Guys,
or something?
Let's do awkward poses.
All right. Remember, the camera's that way. You're just looking at you. All right. Hey, chat. Yo, chat, we're going insane today, dude. Whatever you want.
Yeah, let me put good shit again.
Games. It's not.
I got ads?
No. Here we go. I got it. Yo, chat, you guys are going insane tonight. Apparently, this is from Final Fantasy. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Yo, if you guys are chilling out, hanging out with the Comeback Kids while we're making our shirts for you live on stream, let's get some ones in the chat, dude. You guys are insane hanging out.
You gotta keep it, Josh, we gotta keep it, what do you call it? What do you have to keep? No, the music. You have to make sure it's not. Yeah, not copyright. It has to be not copyright music. There you go. That's the problem with the old YouTube, huh?
Here we go, chat.
Trojan's gonna figure out. He's rated.
Insane, dude. You guys are insane guildies. Right after 3 on the line.
Imagine. Yeah, he'd have to buy Google though, I think, to buy YouTube. I don't see that happening. I don't think he's rich enough to buy Google.
Yo, guys, we're dead ready to put the first one on, dude. Can I get some burn in the chat? Because I'm going to burn the first one. Let's go. Burn that shirt. Burn that shirt. Burn that shirt. Waste the design. Waste the design. This one's just to get it going on the shirt so we can move it evenly. Chat, how we doing? How we doing? Yo, so what are you guys up to tonight? Interested? This is the only time, baby.
We might have miscounted on those. Might have a couple more than 7.
Okay, next is... Alright, next shirt is the, I believe it's Retro Drive. Okay. 2x XL Retro Drive. Star might drown if she sleeps in mine. That's crazy. 2x XL Retro Drive. Get this heated up so there's no wrinkles. By the way, Star will definitely drown. Dude, she's 95 pounds, 5 foot tall. And a double XL, she's swimming. What? Double XL, yeah. I need the Retro Drive, which are right there. This up. Retro Drives are a little bit tough. We gotta be very accurate. And not fuck this one. Not that much. I hope you guys are ready to get sweaty. Makes me look ripped. By the way, if that's too small for you, Alonzo, I think I gave you a large anyways. I'm not sure. I don't even remember. But if it's too small, I got you.
Alonzo, which design did you get again? You got the car, right? Yeah, the car one's badass. I remember when we got the prints from the print house, when they came in, we looked at each other and we're like, holy shit, these are better than we thought they were going to be.
I'm not gonna lie, those car designs are fucking insane.
Well, no, all the designs the print house sent them, they're better quality than the mock-ups they sent from the website. So, like, the pictures we have to put on the website don't look as good as the actual design. Actually insane. But one thing I was worried about when we were doing all this, that maybe it wouldn't be that good.
Insane. Yo, so chat, this is gonna be a really bold one. But what's your favorite MMOs of all time? Let's hear it.
Also, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Last week, when he did these orders, they didn't get shipped out the next day because there was a problem with the old post office and getting them there. But tomorrow, they actually will be going there right away.
Bingo was his motherfucking name, though. He designed me. Oh. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what music is this right now? First one in the chat gets the order. No, I'm just kidding.
Gets the order. If you bought this order and it's supposed to be yours, it's fucking not going to you anymore. That's insane.
Knows this. Someone's got to know this. Can you guys hear it?
You guys remember Rift? Remember that was supposed to be the WoW killer? Man, how shit was the combat in that game? Now that's definitely...
Grab that and then...
This
Oh, the second one is down, baby!
Actually, Terra had pretty decent combat, though.
Insane. Check out the OST for Schedule 1. Bro, that's diabolical, Alonzo.
We'll put it on.
Schedule 1's insane. Age of Conan.
I actually did play a very tiny bit of it.
Did you really?
Yeah, with the combat where you... Directional.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you guys hear us? Testing, testing.
I like that that Expedition 33 soundtrack's actually pretty good, by the way.
That shit is so good. Oh my god, I can't stop listening to that game. 10 seconds of this.
It was pretty cool. It was just super pay to win. And grindy. Really, really grindy.
I'm saving 33 for vacation. Yeah, Josh. By the way, Josh, we have a second channel. I don't know if you checked it out. The Comeback Kids TV. I feel like you would really enjoy the content there. Damn, Josh, where have you been, bro? I miss hanging out talking to you, dude.
Dark Age of Camelot. Camelot's some of the best PvP ever.
Josh knows knowledge about Josh Weldon. He just knows a little about everything. Smart motherfucker. Smart motherfucker, you.
Boom.
Boom. Oh, boom. I won the roll, guys. Oh shit, Rob, it's Destiny, dude.
Wait.
I wanted to give that to you.
Wait, hold on. You gotta let Trojan confirm.
You calling Rob a liar? And calling him a truth?
Warhammer Online or Warhammer
Age of Reckoning?
Yeah, it had the benefit of having a very...
That's crazy, Trojan.
It had a big IP behind it, right? So it should have been better than it was. But outside of the world, like the PvP content, that shit had nothing to do.
Yo, Rob 1 is crazy.
Rob, DM me on Discord your address and your name
and everything.
Address, name, and email. I'll send it over to you.
The second one's about to be done, dude. We're gonna move fast right now. Watch this.
No, not Warhammer 2, not the new one that came out. The old MMORPG we're talking about. That Space Marine 2 is badass. Space Marine 2 fucks, actually.
I never fucked up a shirt a day in my life, chat. The first one I ever did might have been a little crooked, but look at that. Oh, damn, that's hot, baby. Jeez. That's insane. Guys, now we're cooking with gas, baby. Oh yeah, the sides too, Rob. I gotta know that. Yeah, his is individualized. We'll figure that out. Next one. Okay, next one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody want to get away. Get away.
Yeah, by the way, John, that's the key. Never fucked up a shirt on. Actually, he fucked up 2 shirts on stream last week.
Ah, dude, I ain't never messed up a print.
Wait a second.
When I came out of the womb, the doctor said, "Holy shit, this guy's an insane shirt printer." Presser. What would that be? What's like the title of this job? Shirt presser?
No, because it's not a shirt maker. Shirts are made.
Print and press. XL? Dope. Okay.
You said, Rob, you get what you get and you don't get upset. You send him extra small.
Extra small. Yeah, those smalls are never gonna go. We've gotten, I think, 1 small ever. Out of gotta be like now in the 30s and 40s of shirts ordered. Crazy. Name, fur color, color eyes. I need details. Your cat? I'm a huge cat guy, by the way. Huge cat guy. Dude, I went on a freaking scavenger hunt the other day to help this lady try to find her cat. Because there was like a missing sign up. And I saw a cat that looked exactly like it. And we called the lady, and she came, and she literally thought it was her cat. Turns out it wasn't. Goblin me.
My name in Discord is literally Lance the Comeback Kids. Also, if you're in the Discord, you'll see me, I'm all over the place.
Oh, check me in. He said, "Look me up." That's what he said. Yo, guys, can I get some huges in the chat tonight?
Rob, I'm fucking certified on Discord, bro. Check the announcements.
I'm fucking...
I only at everyone 17 times a week.
Not enough memory to open the page. I haven't seen that one before. Slightly after the second.
How do you mean? All right, Kiko.
Yo, Kiko, love you, buddy. You out here? We're maybe...
Josh, listen, buddy. There ain't nothing good going on under this shirt, bro. After having worked out so long since the baby's been born.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, though. I went to the gym the other day. Actually, the last 2 days. I've been on the treadmill. Holy shit, it's been rough. I think I went, like, the first time 6.5 minutes on an incline, and I was almost gonna die. But then the other day, I think I went 9. That was an improve.
I ran like a 6.5 minute mile the other day. That was pretty cool.
Gotta do incline.
No, I did it outside. Like, actually. No? Not in the gym.
Like being in.
No. Oh, you never.
Ship it, baby!
Just for onesies.
I know, beada, bada, booda, beada, bada, booda, bada, beada, bada, booda, bada, beat. And this shit is kind of cool.
Gotcha, I got your address, buddy.
Schedule 1, huh? Yo, Alonzo, did you play the Oblivion remaster? That shit is yee.
Josh, you know, you're missing a really good raid in the War Within right now. Very good raid. I don't know where you've been.
Oh, it's the final point. We're moving, yo. We're moving at an unprecedented rate, by the way. We've been going a little over 20 minutes, and we're about to get our third shirt done. My speed is impeccable. My power is tremendous. Y'all know about Mike Tyson? I'm the fastest man alive. I'll eat your face. I'll kill your family. Yo, if Mike Tyson heard me, I'm running, bro. I'll suck the pants off you. I'll kill you. What? Mike, what did you say? Absolutely not. Yeah, you know they're coming out with a little heat press that's literally this big, and it's meant for just small logos like that. Isn't that insane? Yeah. What do you mean? We're mobile heat press at BlizzCon.
Yo, I don't think Blizzard would like us selling shit. You guys think Blizzard would like us selling shit at BlizzCon next year?
Pump out these shirts like a freaking sweat. Can't even say it. Look at that. Another one down, ladies and gentlemen. We got 7 of these bad boys left. Actually, I think 6 now. And they're gone forever, bro. Yo, Justice for Base Warrior is insane to say out loud. Lance, yo,
I'll fucking say this right back to you, Cody, you motherfucker. Fuck Base Warrior. I took that item, never used it once. Fuck him. He was the last in damage. Came into my raid thinking he was gonna get that fucking item. Fuck him.
Yo, that's a crazy thing to think about, though. This guy was dead last in damage, did 0 mechanics, didn't pop flasks or consumes, had no world buffs, and thought he was just gonna get a 2-handed epic weapon. Yeah, how about you?
And he was a pug.
Lick my nuts. How about that? I'm not gonna lie, that's diabolical. Even think. Like that's just XL Goblin, XL Retro.
Yeah, remember when I tried to get back?
XL Goblin.
I tried to get back into SNOD and my computer just broke. He didn't have... No. He didn't have any flasker buffs and he was last in damage. Don't fucking try that.
Cody, I miss that, dude. I really do miss when SOD was good. Man, those were some peak times. Man, when we were doing Phase 1 and 2 content, I was putting out those news videos like every other day. They were beaming, dude. Getting like... Dude, they were getting anywhere between 40 to 60K views a video. Like, I was so in touch with the community.
3 times over.
And then guess what? The community started blaming me for why the game was bad. And the classic community actually deadass turned on me. They actually started commenting like, what were they saying when we went to retail? They said something like, you betrayed the community. And you have to say it because they can't hear you. One guy was just like, it's really weird that you're jumping ship. It seems so money hungry. Like, you guys, how is it feeling to see that you peaked in SOD? When we released our first retail video, I think it got like 5,000 views. Like, how does it feel to know you peaked in SOD, in classic content? He's like, now your channel will be dead in both versions. That's fucking brutal. If I saw that son of a bitch face to face, I'd slap his ass silly, boy.
I'll be honest.
That is fucked up to say to somebody.
Bro, they were brutal. On those first couple of videos we started making for retail, they were fucking brutal. Wow. They were going in. I remember answering all of those questions. Yes, that Diablo video is, I think, closing in on 3.5 million views. That Diablo video, by the way, still gets 50,000 views a month.
Yeah, it's something crazy, like 4,000 views every 48 hours, so it's 2,000 views a day, so like 20 to 30k views a month. Just sitting there AFK. Crazy. What a fun video to make that was. I will say, I took such a risk making that video. I worked on that video for 2 weeks. And I'm a really good editor who's fast, so like 2 weeks for me is like months for someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
Certainly paid off. I just would have sponsors. Well, I'll say for the Diablo stuff, I think the channel really took off because
Perfect harmony of everything.
Yeah, well, we started, the content started coming out at the perfect time before anyone else, like any of the big channels were even making Diablo 4 content at the time. Not only that, not me glazing Sky, but the editing of like the guides and the content in the top 10 videos was top tier. You know, yeah, it was pretty top tier.
It was fun, man. It was, that was a fun little journey, Diablo. But Diablo also betrayed my ass. It made me, but betrayed me. The devs took so long to get that game going, and I don't even still think it's half of where it should be at right now.
How dare we betray Sod? He says, yeah. This is an impromptu, longer than 2 hour comeback city. Well, the thing is, Josh, the marketing for Diablo 4, I don't think I've ever seen a game marketed as well in my life. And by the way, it will end up being good at some point. But Diablo 3 ended up being very good. When they finally had a paladin or a crusader, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in that game. What happened to New World and the daggers? What happened to that?
They still haven't added that.
No. Not even close. What do you mean? It's crazy because 1 month, one City Heroes Night, shit.
After both raid groups get AOTC, and we could
City
take,
Heroes Night.
We could take a Saturday or something just to all get in there, have a couple of beers, and do sewers. That's when we'll do it. Also, we need to start building more hype for it in Discord. I'll say right now, and obviously I'm biased, but I do think overall, the retail World of Warcraft team is actually fucking insane.
No, they're so on fire right now, bro. Guys, you guys have to understand. Think of it like this. Think of everything we have on the horizon. We have the 0.5 patch we're in now, but we have some stuff coming with that in a couple weeks. We have the 0.7 patch coming. After that, we're going to get major hints in like the next like month of when or what the next major patch is, which is 11.2. After that, we have Legion Remix. After that, we have the 12.5 patch.
Bro,
after that, we have the pre-patch in housing.
You're going past. Like,
bro.
You skipped the fact that we're gonna get 11.2. Guys, just so we're clear. By the way, the shirt for 11.2, if 11.2 is anything what I think it's gonna be,
that shit's gonna be.
The shirt is gonna be much fucking better than the Goblin shirt. But 11.2's raid is gonna be insane.
Just got here, but what you think about the one button stuff? Okay, I think the rotational assistant is good. The one button one, I think it's good to a certain extent. I think most of the player base uses Hakili, like the casuals. Like, if we're just taking casuals, most of the casuals use Hakili, right? So they're trying to take away the pain in the ass that is having to go do the add-ons and everything like that. Overall synopsis, to make it really quick, what do I think of it? I think it's actually good for the game. I think if you're not playing WoW and you're looking at it from an outside perspective, you might think it's ridiculous, but it's actually nothing but good for the game, in my opinion. You can minimize that. Just minimize that. There we go. What do you guys think about the ethereal allied race? Could you imagine? What do you guys think about the rotation assistant? Genuinely.
By the way, Drunk Dude, you're right. The art and the music team never fucking miss.
King.
Trojan, it won't be more damage for you. Shut up. We both know you're better than what it's gonna be. It's for the worst of the worst players to not feel like ass.
Trojan, not one person using that add-on is gonna be you or me in DPS or Lance. Even the above average player, it's not gonna happen. You like
Night Star.
It's not. Good night, babe. Peace and much love to you. It's never gonna beat us because it's gonna do some stupid shit like pop your Avenging Wrath at the end of a fight. It doesn't know every little intricacy of how a fight should work. Yo, everyone's saying goodnight to Star. That's so cool of you guys, dude. You guys are so cool. Thank you, man. Extra large retro. You guys are so cool, man. Thank you for showing love. That's the same one. Those orders are together, this one. It's the extra large goblin. Let's get this retro moving, baby. Working our way to getting her on camera. She'll get here eventually. She streamed with me in the past before she was playing Diablo 3. Bro, I'll tell you what, Star was dead ass. This shows how easy games were back in the day. Or actually Diablo 2, excuse me. She was playing a paladin build with like the spinning hammers where it would just spin around you. Running around and freaking literally killing bosses completely on her own. It was hilarious. People, I'm not gonna lie, people were donating so much money because, like, you know, they see a pretty girl and they're... People are getting weird with donations, though. They were saying weird stuff. Josh Weldon was there. He'll tell you. They were getting freaky. A comeback car decal would be kind of crisp. By the way, I've thought of that.
You know what we are? I will say for the next drop, we are going to have stickers of the designs that you could buy or add on to your shirt order for $2-3 or something. Or if you just want to buy a sticker for $2 or $3 to have. It's a cheaper way to support and you'll get something out of it.
Let them be weird, free money. You're not wrong, by the way. It's just, I don't know. Like, what kind of man am I to fucking put out my girl like that? That shit's weird as hell. All for $1? That shit's corny. Nah, not me, bro. I don't need money like that.
$20 limited edition. Yo, who here is gonna start leveling their old professions from old expansions for housing shit? I'll have to start leveling my tailoring for every expansion. I already know that shit's gonna make me a ton of gold next expansion, bro.
Retro drive, right?
Yeah, you can always just hide user from channel, and they'll think that they're not banned. Well, Dasher, considering this is the Shadow Priest I'm currently playing is not my original Shadow Priest, and he was made in Panda Remix, that would be the reason. I think it's like my 9th Shadow Priest on my account. Some shit like that.
Insane.
And that would be why. Also, in retail, the character that in the past I've done most of like rep farms and professions on was my hunter.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll probably start working on it before, once we get this raid on AOTC, I'll probably use my Saturdays to do that.
Yo, by the way, man, I was playing single target build on my Ellie. Fuck, it's so much fun. With the Farseer, bro, there are times where I have 4 Farseers out at once.
Suck it, lightning boy.
So I have the spirit guides out with me, and they duplicate my Earth Shock, Elemental Blast, or Lava Burst. But if I have Ascendance already duplicates it in itself. So if I shoot 1 Elemental Blast, it's like 19. And that's not even counting my regular mastery, where I can duplicate. I'm shooting out like 7, 8, 9 Elemental Blast at once. It is so much fun. So much fun. Windwalker Monk is fun as hell. Yeah, Windwalker's kind of dope. They gotta fix the fact that some of these classes in this game have an AoE cap and some don't. That shit is so terribly balanced. They gotta have either everyone has no AoE cap or everyone has an AoE cap to an extent. There's no way in this world it should be designed that way, right or wrong?
I mean, as playing a class that's hard AoE capped at 8, that feels pretty fucking shit. On
that shit ain't right.
I just can't compete with people in damage on big holes.
I went in there on my Ellie Shaman. I was dealing so much fucking damage, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't played since.
Yeah, no, I can't compete with that on my priests.
Bro, I was at 9 million DPS on a pool. 9 million
for me to do 9 million, have to be Archon, full AoE spec.
And dude, I'm nowhere near knowing what I'm doing.
Oh. Yeah.
You know how much people to play with? Dude, not as Elemental Shaman. As Elemental Shaman, Candle. But Frost DK, I was pumping the other day too. I was at like 5 or 6 million. At like 639, 640.
Yeah, Josh, we're getting a stat squish in Midnight. Next expansion. Oh man, you know it's Midnight the expansion. Guys, everyone has people to play with. Believe me, I see people in that voice chat every single night. I'm seeing multiple Mythic Plus groups in there almost every night. It's actually insane. This is the best the guild has ever felt by far. In any time I've ever had a guild. I know I could log in at any point if I say, yo, I need a 10. Who wants
always
to come?
In there? Nah, yeah. Every night, bro. Every single night. There are so many people in there, it's not even funny.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing about Max that's pretty fire. He has ingrained himself in the community. Like, he's a part of it. He might say some crazy shit or some shit that's like, you know, half right, half wrong, but shit, he is a part of the community, isn't he?
Music frizzy.
Yeah, Alonzo, you weren't wrong. The music is pretty good.
Okay, that is another one done, ladies and gentlemen. Another one bites the just. Alright. We have, I believe, 3 shirts left. Extra large, double XL, double XL. We have 3 shirts. All of them are goblin. Doesn't matter. Get the goblins on. So this is an XL. Extra large goblin, baby. Here we go. guys are insane, dude. I'm gonna make this a goal every single time. I don't care. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's exhausting. I will say doing this after being on stream is exhausting, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun. No, it's hot as fuck. That's why usually I like to do this straight up with my shirt off. Not even kidding. Comeback Kids Jams. Did Max win his MMA championship? Yes, he did. Yes, he did, baby. I haven't got past a +2 because no one will play with... I have no one to play with. Max said he'd help and then he bounced on me. Rob, Max, he's fucking dead to me. I'm demoting his ass tonight. Uh-oh.
You guys don't know that Max... Wait. You guys didn't know that Max is a black belt in BJJ? If you need a special size, Cody, we could get it. What size usually are you? Yeah, I mean, the Discord and group is open to non-guildies, but I will say, like, for raids, you probably are not going to get in unless you're a guildie.
Grab 3. No, them. They keep... No, why would I order more goblins?
So update on the goblins, guys. We do have more than 7 still, but they are almost gone. I'll be honest with you. We are, yeah. It won't be here for much longer.
Oh, maybe we're moving. How do casuals play this game? I don't know. Ask Lance.
I'll tell you how you do it.
Got him.
Play one class, you get good at it. Stay close to the
you
top
didn't hear,
damage.
did you? Max, you didn't hear what happened?
No.
He's swapping. He's swapping Fury. You didn't hear. Going Arcane Mage.
He's not. Who the fuck said?
Max, you're dead, baby. Told you.
Max, are you in this chat?
Max, you're cooked.
Yeah, but I'll tell you how you play casual. You play one class, you get good at it, and then you still top damage and raids, bro. That's it. What do you want me to say? Wait, did Max really say that he's going Arcane? I love Max, bro. He's one of my best friends in the guild. He messages me every day, and I talk with him almost every day.
About what class he's gonna make.
But he's not good enough to play Arcane.
Nah, bro, Arcane is fucked. That spec is overkill complicated for no reason. No reason that spec is overkill complicated. He abandoned the chat like he does me in game. Fucking diabolical. Damn. That's some good music right there, guys. I thought you said Arcane is complicated. Oh yeah, it is.
Right now, Arcane's one of the hardest specs in the game. I think.
Nah, there's so many conditions in which you should press certain buttons, it's exhausting.
Also, the amount of shit Arcane players I've played with proves that it's hard.
Meaning spec is complicated now?
I mean,
trust me, this shit is crazy now. Arcane is exhausting.
If you want the easy mage spec, it's just Frost.
Shit, fire. Not that hard right now.
Trojan, this is just the Azure Span music from, you're right, we should do that, but this is just Azure Span from Dragonflight.
Damn, I wonder if there's a way I can do that. I'm sure there is. I've never thought of that, Trojan.
This was my, favorite part of Dragonflight, was this track.
You think they'll actually ever address augmentation?
Do you mean like make it not shit, or?
Yeah, the fact that they have 0 in between shows the inability to figure out what the fuck they're doing. That's just the truth.
Well, they had, since they've been, before this season, since they've been in the game, they've been the best spec in the game.
For 16 months straight.
So they decided to delete it this season to probably test how the community feels. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, Trojan, you're right.
Yo, Josh, let's get you in the guild, bro. Dude, I have so many videos that can help you out instantly on how to play the video game that have gotten hundreds of thousands of views.
Do you remember when in WoD they said we don't want you playing Demo anymore because they were reworking it for Legion? Like they literally said in a live chat, we don't want people playing Demonology. I think it was Ian said that. That's when they were about to kill meta and give it to Demon Hunters. Like that. That's fine.
Okay. We're 2 shirts away, chat. 2 shirts away. And we're done, baby. It's been 48 minutes. This track hits? Yeah, they're fucking... This shit is insane. Lance said it's better Grizzly Hills. Did we make y'all... Yours next? Yours is next after this one. It's the last one. By the way, guys, if you're interested... yeah, good call. Actually, he sent it to you, not me. That should be excellent. Second healing spec will be fire? No. I'd rather it be a tank or a DPS. I fucking love the theme of a time earth-based dragon caster. That's fire. Can't commit to something every week. Retail is such a nice change in pace for casual players coming from Classic. Absolutely. Absolutely. So freeing that you can play a bunch of shit. Tank? Yeah, dude, think about it. You don't think that, like, having a sword and shield,
earth-based tank,
and then rocking, like putting earth armor around you, stunning people in time, reverting your health back through time? That's fucking insane.
I don't think it would go time at all. I think it would...
Yeah, but that's just too similar to Dev. What, are you gonna forget about that whole Drake? It just shows I'm getting tired.
Sign it in Sharpie? I don't think you want my fucking signature, buddy. It's dog shit. Nothing to write home about on that. Not only is it not worth anything, because I don't think my signature's worth anything. It's not a pretty signature. Woo!
I mean, I'm there. Even.
What 20 years of the gaming will do to you, buddy? Well, we will be at BlizzCon next year, guys. We will definitely be at BlizzCon.
We're gonna be doing interviews at BlizzCon. Mark my words.
Oh, 100%. Just seen the people that they had interviewing devs at BlizzCon last time.
I'm gonna bring a fucking crew to BlizzCon.
You
You're streaming? Absolutely.
I mean, we will...
Absolutely.
We are gonna reach out to our contact at Blizzard about setting up, maybe doing, and this is crazy, but maybe doing a Comeback City episode in BlizzCon. Yeah, Epic Universe is pretty cool.
I was the guy back inside who asked if y'all would sign the shirts, and y'all laughed because you guys thought y'all weren't important enough. Smoke.
Yeah, I just don't think our signatures are worth anything just yet. One day I think they might be, maybe?
It will be. Might be. Don't ever say might be. A long time ago. Yeah, I don't care about being famous.
I just want to make cool content.
I just want to make content that a lot of people watch. I don't care about my name. I care about the comeback kids.
Actually, spell Ian is I-O-N. Ion.
Make a shirt and give one to Ian. Yo, that'd be cool. Be like, Ian, we got a little surprise for you. And it's me and Ian. Like,
what if it's
he's in a tuxedo and I'm in a dress and we're getting married.
Ian, taking hand.
Me and Ian out at dinner. I would like to treat the interview like something different though.
What if you did it like a
give me that? Going the same speed, maybe it's like an out. I'm moving fast. Maybe I should. That's scaring me a little bit.
I wonder what their rules would be to have a shirt, like a booth. I wonder if they'd allow that. Or we'd have to illegally sell them out of a backpack and run around and hope no one catches us. Maybe we could bring a backpack full of them and just start giving them away to people. It would also cost $1,000. That's true. Sponsors! But what they can't get mad at is if everyone who's ever bought a Comeback City that kid shirt meets up and gets together at Blizzard or meetup. They can't get mad at that. Welcome.
You're absolutely right about that. I sold free Six Flags tickets from Coke cans in their parking lot when I was a teenager. That's fire. Retail's the war within? Yes, it is, buddy. Oh shit, we got Josh Weldon back, baby. Yeah, I'll teach you how to play Warlock. I main it right now. And I am fucking good, boy.
That's true. I swapped off Warlock, he swapped on.
Do that again. And I am good, buddy. 30 different install options? You're so right. That shit's crazy. 1v1 me, oh. Maybe we can get Mike in our guild to watch CK guides with the shit. Retail's fun right now, though, Josh. For the casual player, bro, that shit is fun. I'm not worried about how this shirt's looking. I've never seen one look like that. If it's not good, then fuck it, give it away for free. You guys play Horde still? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter which faction because it's cross-faction guilds. And cross-realm. But yeah, we play Horde.
Perfect. Crisp.
Boom. Really slow on this lap. Because I feel the machine getting really hot. You guys ever like cook too long with a pan and the pan is just way hotter than normal because it's just fucking overkill? Some of it's a pain to group, or did they fix that? It is sometimes a pain in the ass, but for like raids and stuff, it's very easy. Yo, guys, we're one last one on the night, dude. Let's get one more shirts in the chat. One more shirt, baby. Down to the wire. Here it is. One more shirt in the chat. Let's go. Big final push here. We're parsing. One more shirt. 10 more? Oh my god. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. If people ordered 10 shirts right now, I genuinely don't know if I could do it. I'm cooked. I am cooked right now. Oh my god, no add-ons, my eyes. I have to stop being shy and get in Virginia chat on this. Yeah, dude, you just gotta get in there. There's no other way around it, you just gotta jump in. You ship to Canada? Lance? Lance is the guy to ask for that question. He's coming in 1 second. Below 4. This couldn't be more wrong. How was that math?
For Canada shipping, we could do it, but they're charging us like $30 just to ship to Canada. It ends up being like a $50 shirt.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. That is fucking insanity. That tariff tax is... One line below 4.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, I ship for, my day job. I do commerce business, and it is always like at least $30, $20, $30 for shipping. Pretty expensive, but now it's worse. Middle class might not pay taxes. I don't know about all that. My Taco Bell order went up 20 cents today, so riots began. Fucking get him, Trojan.
Yeah, that's diabolical.
I like that staff that's in the trading post, actually. Pretty excited about that. The pupper mounts. Oh shit, Josh is installing it, that's it. Big mount collector? How many mounts you got there, Jason?
Boom, ladies and gentlemen, we're officially putting the last shirt in the e-brass, baby. What an investment this was. What an investment. Huh, Lance? Hey, Lance, look at us, huh?
Oh, me.
Just hanging around.
Great ideas. Well, the machine itself, we got on good night, Candle. Oh, buddy.
Buy one more, I dare you. Holy fuck. Much love, Candle, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
The press itself was on sale. It's usually, I think, like 500 or something.
Yo, by the way, Josh, we have had the idea of doing a 3D printer and printing out like miniature figurines. Like figurines of maybe people's WoW characters. And bro, selling them like limited edition or just printing out a certain character. Just whatever, I don't know.
Figure out logistics.
Yeah. They would sell. 100% they would sell.
Maybe on one of the drops.
Maybe the expansion.
We're gonna be adding next one. Stickers, maybe hats. Oh, that sucks, Rob.
Hold this. Good time. Used to have so many mounts on my old Battle.net account, but I couldn't retrieve it, so I lost it all. That sucks. I would love to have a mini of my Undead Lock. Yeah, exactly. So, like, the idea is your characters in the game printed in a Comeback Kid design way. Maybe, like, wearing our tabard with a set of gear of maybe, like, your choice, but in, like, the Comeback Kid's purple and black. That's the idea. That would be fucking insane. Because I think there would be a copyright problem if we literally just take their armor from the game and their character and weapons and everything. I think we would get into copyright issues. Josh Weldon, you know it.
Let's think about these shirts. They have a goblin on them, but you
Can't sit here and say this is... Would you charge less than Blizzard? Yes. Fucking kidding me? Blizzard charges $150 for some figurines. Boom, ladies and gentlemen! We did it, baby!
There it is.
Yo, we did it live on stream with you bad boys. We did it, dude. Yo, that's 10 done. Or not 10, Jesus. 7. 7, right? Or 8?
8 into
8 shirts done like that, and it took an hour. A little over an hour. Woo! Be delicate with that shirt. Insane, dude. We did it. Chat, did we cook or not? Holy. Hey, 3 more people. Could you... Asman just bought 300? Is that what you said? Bought a miniature for 300 is crazy as fuck. Yo, we did it, baby. Speaking of cooked, well done. Yeah, we did it, bro. Speaking of cooked, I am fucking fried, homie. Most viewed Twitch guy right now. And over Kai Sinat news. You know that? Did you see the clips of the third 3D printed titanium weave like chainmail cloth? Yes, I did. Yeah. Like... No, chainmail, man. I did see that. Yeah, that shit was nuts. I would love to partner up with somebody that does 3D printing. Someone could do 3D printing and like work with us and partner up maybe. I would love to do that shit. That shit would be insane on fucking to do on stream and stuff. 3D printed their house. I did see that. There is like some sort of 3D printing of like homes right now. Yo, but chat. Yo, we did it, guys. We absolutely did it. Yo, let's get some huges in the chat for me and Lance. We did it, baby. 8 shirts knocked out in an hour. Holy. That was moving right there.
It's been real. Been fun.
Boom, baby. Yo, we did it, baby. We did it. Yo, guys, of course, we'll be back. Yeah, Dornegal. Yes? That is the capital. We will be back, of course, next week, ladies and gentlemen. We did great. Remember, man, if you guys are interested, check out the CBK merch. We will be streaming again. We did hit a viewer record on YouTube of 58. We've never done that before. We hit 58. That's a #1 record. Twitch was a little bit lackluster tonight. I think we hit like 18, but we broke the 70 viewer threshold again during the slowest time of World of Warcraft we're going to get over the next like year and a half. So we just got to keep getting the word out there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, bro. We absolutely could not do it without you. Also, one more thing. You guys got to check out the Clips channel that we make clips of this little podcast, this show that we're doing right now. We take the clips and we post it live on that channel. So you guys have to go to that channel, hit subscribe. Please, bro. We're trying to get 100 subscribers, get that channel going. Because if we do, more sponsors, more money, more content, more everything, more fun for everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did it, dude. We did it. I love you guys so much, dude. God bless every single one of you. My name's Sky. Got Lance here. Lance. Much love, homies. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, man.